I could be red, I could be blue, I could be one blade or bi, I could be hurtful, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. I could be Hutt, I could be human, I could be Sith or Jedi, I could be Wookiee, I could be Ewok, I could be anything you like. I could be Luke, I could be Leia, I could be Anakin, I could be Poe, I could be Kylo, I could be anything you like. I could be Death Star, I could be Falcon, I could be X-Wing or TIE, I could be flying, I could be Y-Wing, I could be anything you like. I could be clone, I could be rebel, I could be empire, I could be prequel, I could be sequel, I could be anything you like. I could say no, I am your father, I could say there is no try, I could say I don't like sand, I could say anything you like.
You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Why don't you set aside an hour or two? We'll have a few drinks and a cup of coffee. I don't drink.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. I'm choking on chicken.
Hey, you're watching Poindexter.
That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter Lounge.
That's great. I don't.
You are watching Poindexter. Thanks for the lights, Jay. Roger Rose and Call of Duty. I smell like onions and you're watching Poindexter.
That's great. I don't.
And now I'll make the point better. This joint's clever. In the lounge with Poindexter. So Poindexter Lounge, you know that we can get it in. And now I'm headed up like I'm Led Zeppelin.
Hi, you're watching Poindexter Lounge. Do you like nerd stuff? Yeah? Then you'll love this. You never know what might happen or who might show up at the lounge.
I just want to thank you for being here and being my friend. It's always good to have someone you could count on. And I'm glad you're that for me.
That's great. I don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen. Cannonball!
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
What's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is great to have you with me in the lounge today. Now, look, if this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about all of the things that we love, things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, if those are things that get you doodling on a pad or on a I guess nowadays the kids like to doodle on their iPad. That's what Dawson kind of does. Dawson's out there doing that, you know, doodling on his little iPad and stuff, making pictures and stuff. Then, hey, whatever it is you're used to doodle or make a picture, you're going to be better than me because I can't draw to save my life, but that's okay. Whatever floats your boat, and please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell and join our growing group of nerds. Join our channel. All right, come on, be a part of what we're doing here. Hit that subscribe button and have some fun along with us. All right, because that's what we're here to do, folks. That's what we're here to do is have fun. I know that we live in days where people seem to forget what fun is. They forget that we're talking about like superhero stuff here, you know, take stuff a little too seriously sometimes. But you know what? We're gonna have some fun tonight and continue a little something. But before we get into that, of course, I do want to take just a moment, as I always try to do. You know, first of all, it's good to see you guys. I just realized, like, I've been so busy this last week. You know, a lot of you guys know I'm trying to I've kind of inherited my grandmother's church and business kind of thing. And so I've been really busy putting myself into that, and so we've done a couple of streams, but really, we did some movie streams where we finished our the 7 live action Spider-Man movies, but we haven't really just done a regular stream in a while. And so we're doing this stream tonight, and then we'll do one later again tonight as the evening progresses, our regular overnight thing. But I just want to say it's good to see you all. Good to see you all and talk. And that being said, I want to say a special thank you to everyone who supports the channel. Thank you to all of our patrons. You guys are fabulous and fantastic, especially at this time of year. I know that it could take a lot sometimes for people to have anything to be able to support somebody else and give to anybody else. And so thank you to all the patrons. Thank you to all the members. It means the world to me and my family. And real quick, as this is going past, I want to say a special shout out to our newest member. He's coming up right here. Oh, whoops. Oh, was the wrong one. Ha! Look at there. I accidentally put in the wrong one. Where is it? Hold on a second. We got to make sure that we recognize the right people here. So hold on just one second. Is that the right one? Hold on. I didn't think that was the right one. It's live, folks. It's a live show, and I'm doing this live because I want to make sure that the people get the credit that they deserve. So I'm looking to see if it did it or not. Because this sometimes I don't know that it's saved. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's saved. All right. Well, that being said, you know what? I'm just going to tell you because I'd have to save a whole new video for it. But shout out to all the members. Shout out to all the patrons and our newest member of the channel. And it's a cool guy. And so that's why I really wanted to get it right. They're all cool guys and girls. And I appreciate all of you and everybody in between. But hey, shout out to Stephen Colbert. Thank you so much for being a part of the Poindexter Lounge. I really, really appreciate that. And so it's great to have Stephen Colbert as a member of the channel. So thank you, man. I appreciate you for sure. Now, before we say hi to a couple people and then get started with our very special guest, I do want to remind you, this is an ongoing series of interviews and times together. We talk about movie stuff. We have panels. We do all those things. But I wanted to showcase people within the fandom who are positive voices, people who have positive things to say, people who tend to rise above a lot of the noise and the nonsense. They're just good people. They're in it for the right reason. They're trying to be a positive voice. And I think that those people need to be spotlighted, highlighted. And I think that that's what we really need to focus on when we talk about this stuff. So check out my interviews with Film Junkie, Dave Pena. And then, of course, last week we talked to Chris Wong Swenson. So go check them out. Both of those interviews are here on the channel, and you can check those out, and those are fun. Tonight we have a very special guest. Very much looking forward to talking to this guy. He's been around forever. You guys have seen him in the chats and everything, and he's drawn pictures and everything, and just had some really great stuff. And of course, I'm talking about Mask of Shy, Alessandro. He's a great guy, and I can't wait to jump into that. But right before we do that, I do want to say hi to everybody who is here. What's up? Oh, it says, hey, Enosh Lounge and Nerd Family. Merry Christmas to all. Merry Christmas to you as well. Mask of Shy is here. See, he's right here. What's up? Elsa says, I just came home after seeing Spider-Man No Way Home. My God, what a roller coaster of emotions. All right. Can't wait to see it. What's up? Rhea says, good evening, y'all. Good to see you, Rhea. Let's see here. Steve Kassan. What's up, Steve Kassan? Good to see you. Hey, Alessandro, let's go. Absolutely. We're going to have him on here in just a second. What's up, Caden? Good to see you, man. You Do Suck is here. Says, hey, everyone. Let's see. Brian Master None is here. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is doing well. We are, man. I'm doing very, very well. What's up, RJ? Good to see you, bro. Hope you're having a good time in Vegas and staying safe and not getting into too much trouble riding like weird mechanical things out there that I know that they want you to ride. Like, be very, very careful. What's up, Jared Darkside Zenosh? Good to see you, man. Says happy birthday. Yes, happy birthday to RJ's dad. Hey, man, I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening and whatever you do. But hey, happy birthday to RJ's dad. Happy birthday to RJ's dad. Happy birthday to RJ's dad. Happy birthday, dear RJ's dad. Stay out of trouble in Vegas. Happy birthday to RJ's dad. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. What's up, Jimmy? What's going on? What's up? What's up, Jimmy? Says, what's up, Enosh? It's my birthday, so I treated myself to McFarlane 3 Jokers line, and I highly recommend you pick them up if you spot them. They're fantastic figures. I have them on pre-order. Of course, they haven't come in, so if I see them in the store, I'm definitely going to pick them up in the store first, save some shipping, but I got them on pre-order just in case. But Jimmy, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to you. All right. Happy birthday, Jimmy. We always love our friends here at the channel. What's up, Laser Luke? Says, what's up, Enosh? Are you ready to see Spider-Man No Way Home? I am. I have my tickets. We are going to see it tomorrow. And so cannot wait to see that movie for sure. And I know some of you guys are seeing it early, and that's awesome too. And thanks to Variety for spoiling the whole thing. Way to go. Professional publication spoiling the major points of the movie in your first review. I don't get that, folks. I don't get it. But hey, we're going to talk about some positive stuff. Like I said, tonight we have a very special guest that we're going to go and we're going to talk to and learn a little bit more about. I think it's great to get to know, some of the people in our community. And not just that, but also he's a very talented guy. He's very, very, very fun to have in the chat. And I've really enjoyed getting to know him online, through the chat and stuff. And so I'm looking forward to talking to him tonight, and I hope you are too. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Poindexter Lounge for the very first time. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Alessandro Mask of Shy. What's up, Mask of Shy? Alessandro, look at that. Look at that mask.
Oh, holy crap, I'm already live. So, man, it was, for a moment I thought it could be appropriate to use a mask because, it's in my name. So I tried to use one that I made like some years ago, and it's like, but it was a mistake. This is a freaking mistake. I'm hot, and I think I already screwed up my hairstyle. So
there we go. Woo!
Not a good start, but well.
There you go. Hey, what's going on, Alessandro?
Nice,
good, dude. It is so good to finally talk to you, man. It's good to like put a face with a name. And I mean, we've seen your artwork, for quite a while now, that's floated around, and then just also, you've been in the chat and just, knowing you on Twitter and everything, man. And it's so good to finally actually get a chance to talk to you and give people a chance to get to know you, man.
Oh, yes. It's always good to always talk with more people, especially because it's been some very harsh days these days, also not only for the fandom, but for everyone. But yeah, that's life. Life is a struggle, but it's a good struggle. So that's great.
Absolutely. So we're just gonna have a conversation tonight, folks. I don't know how long we're gonna go. We're just gonna have a conversation.
Me, I suppose.
Yeah. So Alessandro's gonna show us some of his artwork. We're gonna talk a little bit about that. But I guess, Alessandro, first of all, like, man, where are you from? Like, tell us a little bit about you.
Oh, right. Maybe I should have made a PowerPoint presentation, but this is going to be freaking be boring as heck. Well, I'm from Peru. It's not Canada. Damn it. It's Peru. It's just like Canada, but without a little leaf. That's it's like in South America. In South America,
sure.
Above Chile and below Ecuador, and that's where you find it, like in the middle, in the coast.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like some of my friends from USA try to say, "Oh, you live in the coast, like you have the beaches all the time." Like, no, it's not that. It's like living in Florida or like that. You don't live in the beach. I wish.
Yeah.
I wish I have a house in the beach. That would be kind of cool.
That's cool. That's cool. Oh, and I guess I mean, so you live in South America, and I know a lot. I've got a lot of friends who have traveled to South America a lot. I've always wanted to go to South America. I have a lot of musician friends who travel to South America a lot because, as far as what I've heard, a lot of the music that I like is really more appreciated in places like South America and even Europe and everything, as far as like some like 80s rock style bands and stuff like that. Like I see these pictures. Yes. I got friends who are in bands that like up here, man, you it'd be hard to find like 100 people to go to a show or something nowadays, like bands that I know that used to pack out places. But they go down there, and like my friends in a band called Guardian, they were a big Christian rock band in the late 80s, early 90s, man. But they go to South America, and I mean, like, they're like packing out a stadium down there, man. It's insane.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember what country exactly? Because to me that could be also Argentina. They are really big fans of USA music. In general, to be fair, USA has a big influence here on South America. So most of the stuff you do, we kind of love at the end. So it's like, yeah. Influencing.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that some. I know that at least a couple of the bands that I know have gone to have been to Ecuador, Peru. I'm trying to think where else. Off the top of my head, trying to think of some of the places that they. Yeah, Chile, like places like that. I mean, just like large. Place where there's a good concentration of people, and so I see these videos that they send back, and they're just, I mean, just a huge wave of people, and it reminds me of what the 80s and the early 90s were like here, as far as like people going out to concerts and stuff like that, that people seem to appreciate music more, where it's like it's really hard to get people to come out to to see musicians anymore here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
but
people want to be now locked again, so it's getting difficult. But yeah, for my brother is a musician, so he's more of a fan of R&B, but he's also trying to be a composer. He studied actually, so he's not only a singer, but he also plays guitar, and he sometimes likes to play battery. Well, I mean, battery. What the hell am I saying? Drums.
Okay.
And I think he's just like bluffing sometimes because like, no, you don't know how to play drums, man. Don't pretend. You're not that good on everything.
I've got to get my son plays drums, and I'll tell you what, I'm super proud of him, man. I came home tonight and he's playing some Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm just like, the kid just keeps getting better and better and better, man. And I'm just like blown away because he's 16 years old, and he's better at drums at 16 than I was at guitar at 16. It's just
holy crap.
Yeah, he's phenomenal, and so I really like that. But dude, so most people I think who are part of the fandom probably know you most of all for your artwork and for some of the things that you've shared. Now, what I got to start off by showing one of my favorite pieces. I know you got some pieces you're going to show us and some different things you're going to show us, but I kind of want to set a little stage. One of my favorite things that I've seen from you, and I mean, you've got a lot of great things, bro, that I've really appreciated over time. But I gotta say, one of my favorite pieces that I ever saw, because, and I still say this, it stands to this day, Alessandro. Everybody fought so hard for the Snyder Cut. There were people from all different backgrounds, all different schools of thought and everything. And, you did a picture that I think is, when I look at this picture, I wish that that's how everyone was. I wish that we all came together and got along. And I'm going to share this right now. You made this, man. And from the moment I saw this, I just, I appreciated it so much, because I know that, like up until recently.
Mind if I say something little?
Yeah,
I usually
go ahead.
like to always introduce when I show it to someone. Like,
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, this is you, man. But I was just telling you.
I mean, because I always like to introduce that with this little video of.
So cool.
Wandy, all those guys, dang it. Yeah, it's been a whole thing. I just at the end had the idea to put the whole yell at the top, but well. The guys that went actually to Warner Brothers. the gals. Oh, some friends from Latin America. There you go. You have Fiona too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what I always loved about this is that I know that people, people who watch the streams and everything and are a part of that. I know that for the longest time that's how people looked at us, as being together, just like the just like Batman says, just like Bruce Wayne says, us united, and I hope for the day where I think sometimes people get in these little squabbles and they get, that's just human nature. But I tell you what, man, from the moment that I saw this picture, I just fell in love with it, man. I thought it was awesome. I loved the fact that I can see if I can. I got another one here, the one that's
I
close
think you
up of
can
us.
zoom in maybe if you want. That's what you want to do. Or...
Yeah, no, yeah, it acts weird though if I try. It might let me. Okay, yeah, here we go. So
Machines.
yes.
They're going to
So
destroy
when
us
I
someday.
look at this and like all the people that you got in here, and I thought it was so cool because like especially like because when you did us here, me and Tiff and everything, and then I love there's Brian there behind and stuff. But I love the fact that like you even got my little macho man,
Oh yes.
persona there behind me and everything, and I just dude, I really appreciate your heart on this right here because I just think that it's this is how we should be. This is how uh just as human beings, not even as just Snyder Cut fans or whatever, just but as people. I think that this is really great, man. And I know you've done many projects, you've done many art pieces and stuff, that are fantastic. But dude, how long did it take you to do this?
The key is that originally it wasn't going to be that big. The first time because how can I say this? The first time I started doing these pieces because one of I just like to see Chris Wong's channel, and I really like his opinion. So I try to. He once did a streaming with some friends. Like I also later I'll show you the drawing that I made, but he like joined with Stephen Colbert and. Colbert or Colbert. Colbert is the guy from TV. Colbert.
Yeah, Colbert is the guy from TV, and Colbert is the Snyder guy. Yeah.
Okay, so and they the Phil Junkie and Fatal J, they were the four together. So I was like, holy crap, this was freaking fun. I need to draw this guy. So I did a little something, and after a couple of months, it grew in me the idea to let's make a whole ensemble movie, like ensemble piece. Let's put a couple of the groups. I remember the Nerd Queens were around, so I will draw them, and I will draw the guys from Real in Motion. And I was like, and then I will add Chris Wong, and then I will add Inosh, and then I will add my friends from the Sirenas de Gotham from Argentina. What the heck? I'm going to add my friends from the artist friends because I used to include my artist friends like in the corner. They are all there. They also do the guys who, for example, they win. Also the Mighty Pegasus, for example, he's also there too. Mighty Pegasus, the guy who win the contest of the poster for Zack Snyder's DL.
Yes.
Heck yeah. I was like, then I'm going to include him too. And at the end, it came to this point when I was, okay, I will include every person that I can. Okay, and I met with a friend, and he was like, help me make a list. And we create this big list with tons of names. And I was like, holy crap, we need to draw all of them. Yes, they're like 150? Kinda. Okay. And I went with it, and I put all those things together. And at the end, even then, I was like, holy crap, I still need to add my little friend here. Oh, dang it. Lindsay, I need to add... I remember that there was also a little problem because I was like, I think I'm putting together people that don't like each other.
Yeah.
For a moment, I just realized that because I was like, my friends from the Sirenas de Gotham, they are awesome. They are very open to talk, but they kind of hate Sean O'Connell. And I kind of like the guy. I kind of like the guy because his book, but they are very. This guy is very sus. We don't like him. Well, I was like, I think he's cool. He's a bit meh sometimes, but he's kind of okay. So I include him, but I was like, okay. And so I try to move around people like, oh my god, this is not to be. They are going to be together. They cannot be together. Tiffany will be there. Oh my god, Tiffany's too far away from Inosh. I need to put her on his side, on her side.
Sure.
And that's how it all went. At the end, I was like, okay, who else is? There came to a certain point when, well, because the problem was that also that wasn't the only thing I was thinking. I was also thinking I have a test tomorrow. Maybe I shouldn't be spending all my time right now in this drawing. So that's why it took so long. Actually, it's because I couldn't even focus on this that much. But it came to a point when I didn't care. So it was like I put all of them together. Dang it! And to put the cherry on top, I put this idea of the little girl, because she's a reference of the spirit of the movement, and a little star in the front, because these are the ideals in a way. Like this is beyond the number of all parts. There's something beyond us. So I thought we're pointing to something. So that's good. Let's do a little reference to that. So I put all the Justice League together, pointing to this ideal that we all strive, and that's a little hope. So at the end, that's the whole thing. Also, I put my little friend Rebecca, but you know that.
Who?
That's my little friend Rebecca from Doc Mill Productions. She likes to do her podcast.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. That's the whole story in it.
Wow, man. Well, I tell you what, it was funny because I mean, just to look at it and and try to find certain people and pick people out, and everything. I mean, was
By the
really
way,
cool. I remember when this
way,
came.
Something. If I'm talking too much, please interrupt me.
No, dude, I was actually worried that I was talking a little bit too much at first, because I want to make sure that hey, I love that. I love hearing like how you actually put this together, because I know a lot of us talked about it when it first came out. We were showing it, and I was showing it, and I was telling people how they could get it, and buy it from you and everything. And so it's really cool to hear you talk about like how you made it and why you made it and all those things. I think those kind of things are important, and I think it's cool.
No, I agree. It's just that seriously, sometimes I ramble too much. So it's just that.
No, man, you're fine.
Let's do it.
You're fine, dude.
Save me
no,
from
you're
myself.
good. No, you're good, man. And like I said, I love this picture just because I think it represents everyone. And it's funny because I remember even talking to some people after it came out, and some people were like, "Oh, well, yeah, that's really cool, but I'm not in there." And I was like, "Yeah, you are. You're right here." Like I remember Max, he didn't find himself in it. It was almost like a Where's Waldo kind of thing, right? Like if you try to find who's who and everything. And I think even Matt Jarbo at one point, like he was like, "Yeah, but I'm not in there." And I'm like, "Yeah, you are, man. Like everybody's in there, man." And but it was just kind of funny,
he's behind the Indian Superman symbol.
Yeah,
exactly. There it is.
Yeah, like, there he is, right there.
Like.
Yeah, and so it was just cool to try to like find everybody and see who was who and everything. And like you said, look, there's some people.
Sometimes I cheated a little bit because I was like, I don't know. There's one character there that it was like, he looks like another person. I'll fuse them.
But you know what like you said, there's people on here obviously now, that some people don't like each other, some people don't get along, or whatever. But dude, I think it's awesome how you portrayed everyone here together in the purest form of why we all came together in the first place. That we came together for the Snyder Cut movement and to do that. And I just think that's awesome, man. So I know you got some other things to show us, but I do want to ask you, man. So like, so you're obviously an artist, you're a great artist, man. And I respect anybody who, I respect people who can draw and create that way, because my talents are different, right? And I love that about how like everyone has their own talents and their own gifts and things like that. And so but I'm always amazed by people who can draw, sit down and draw and just make something like that. So I got to ask you, man, like how did you get into that? How did you start drawing? How did you start like finding and discovering that for yourself?
That's a big ass question because okay, I think, dang it, I remember I once made a little storyboard of my life, and I damn it, I was looking for it because I was like, I think he's going to ask me about my life, right? Dang it, no, don't do that. It's freaking boring.
No, man, that's why we're here, man. That's why we're here. We're here to learn more about you, Alessandro.
So, okay, I don't have it sadly, but I indeed did a little storyboard about my life. But I actually have. All right, there you go. This is a little old pieces. I have some old drawings here. I always keep them. I have this little box.
Okay.
It's full of pieces. So okay. All right. It all. When I was a child, I always kept drawing on the walls. That turned into my parents saying he has to stop. So let's give him a little notebook so he will start drawing there. And then I start drawing also in the carpets and in the floor. So it's like, okay, this is not good. So we create a little monster. Let's stop him. So we need another space for him to explore that. So they introduced me to a school of art from Lima, and it was cool at the beginning because they were like, "Oh, hello, Alessandro. You're going to be a great artist. You have a lot of skill and strength." And I was like, "I don't care, damn it." At the end, I felt disappointed. I was like, "Just 6, damn it. What do I know?" I nevertheless, maybe maybe I should have stayed in those classes because the first classes were practically, let's start doing circles, squares, and triangles. And I was like, I want to draw Goku. I don't want to draw these things. And so I practically like stay like for 1 week, and I was gone. The studies actually that were more significant for me came from school. So in my school, I just like to doodle all the time. My teachers will always tell me, "The hell are you doing, damn it? You're taking notes, or what the hell are you doing?" And it was like, "Oh look, this is you, teacher." I would draw my teachers. I would do caricatures of them, and they kind of hate them. Some of them would love them. They would go, "Oh, this is kind of charming." Yeah. You don't pass. So there came to a point when actually there was a contest in my school, art contest, and that was like the calling I tried to see it that way. That's my calling was when I win that contest, and the contest was about I think the life on the farm. I don't remember, but the key is that I made this weird piece with tons of colors, and it was like a sunset. Because the idea of a farm was like, green grass, little cows there. My idea of a farm was the one in which I grew up, because I grew up with my grandfather, but I also like to visit my grandmother. And the place where she lived, she had her little farms with pigs, but it was nothing like classic American farms. These are a bit more like desertic.
Okay.
And it was kind of cool. I always loved the sunsets, so I portrayed that in that piece, and that's how I won. I won when I was like 10, and I'm not a protege, nothing at all. I think there are people that drew a lot better than me, but I think one of the things, if I can at least show off a little bit of what defines me, is that I never stopped. I think that because I try to always challenge myself, and sometimes it's not even that I challenge myself. It's like life throws stones at me, and I try to, hey, this is good. This is good. It's like, so that's how I try to grow up. Later, I went to actually for a proper school of art. It wasn't that big, but it's quite kind of cool. When I was like 14, I improved a lot of my skills, and for example, I have this little thing that I made when I was there.
Oh, that's cool.
It was a Wolverine, kind of based on the anime Wolverine that it was coming out this year. I seriously felt cheated when they didn't use this design, but this is the stuff that I will learn. My teacher Roxana, she would always teach me how to put a lot of spirit in my art. That's something that she always cared. The main thing was this: the developing the way the character looks at you from the drawing was something that she always felt very worried about when I was drawing.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing is that you can draw a picture of a person that is looking at like that, but sometimes it doesn't feel as it can feel lifeless. It's easy to do many drawings that feel lifeless.
Mm-hmm.
Many sketches are like that, and it's okay. But when you do actually an actual finished work, sometimes you need to actually put some spirit in it, and that comes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to make it feel alive. I know that's something that I appreciate.
And sometimes it was very subtle. It's not sometimes not anyone noticed that, and it's just those details that matter.
I feel like I can relate to that a little bit, just because, like as a musician, right? Like there's sometimes where like you can maybe write a song or something, and it just needs that extra little something to really make it seem special and really connect. It's like when you put that extra little something in it that gives it that flavor that brings it more to life, and changes just the dynamic of it. That's cool to hear you explain it that way. For artwork.
Yeah, and yeah, sure. One could say it's not that deep, man. You're just doing little doodles and caricatures. And yeah, kinda. You could say it's not that deep, but I hear a little something. It's not going to be a segue into other topic. Don't worry. I just very recently I read a phrase from a philosopher, and he was talking a bit of what life is, and how some. It was a bit about belief in general, and it was like some people can say life is flat; it doesn't have depth, so it's meaningless for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the point in life. I think we live on our own, and that's it. It's all surface level. And I'm like, and this philosopher says that's wrong. You don't believe that, because you don't live. You cannot live just by saying, "Oh, everything is surface."
Mm-hmm.
No. Some people like to say it because they don't like the idea that, oh my God, I need to submit that there's something a lot that I have to explore. That's a lot of pressure. They don't like it, so they will just say, I don't like. I will just see the surface, and that's all I need. So this philosopher says, no. Once, because you cannot live by it, once you realize there is actually a lot of depth in life, you believe that this depth is actually playing a role in your life. And so once you actually discover it, even if you don't discover it, when you see your work and your work actually presenting a lot of depth, then hell yeah, you believe in it. You're manifesting that great meaning. Even if you don't like to say it. I have some friends that are very nihilistic sometimes. They like to say, oh my God, I hate my art. Look at this little crap that I made. I mean, like, because they like to always crap on others' work. They're like, I'm tired. Look at my art is meaningless. But I'm like, no, look at it. You don't believe in that. You actually, because they show me, and there's a work that actually has spirit. It has a lot of heart in it. So it's just that maybe I'm rambling too much.
No, I do. One of the things, Alessandro, that I really like about you actually is, we've talked a lot, like Twitter and stuff, and DMs and things like that before. And I love, because I really feel like I love how you were just like, even there, just like talking about like philosophers and stuff like that. You come at things with a very artistic mind. I can see that, like, all around you have that kind of mentality where you look at things in different dimensions, and you take your time, where like you said, a lot of people look at surface level stuff. I've seen you in conversations before with people, like, even where maybe there was some thinking going on that was very, like, this one dimensional thinking, and everything. And you come in with these amazing little quips or these amazing takes on stuff. And I think that's really cool, because I think too many times we don't look at life with those layers. We try to look at things as, simply black and white, and, or like you said, just kind of flat.
Or literally, like, and I mean, then it's like, what do you mean with literal? Sometimes that's because the problem, I think, is that we're living in a very modernistic area. So every time we want to talk about that topic, we want it to be, we want to have we want to put labels and to make it simple, like, oh, it's this, like, are you sleeping, man?
What's that?
Are you still? Sorry, I thought you were sleeping.
Oh, no. No. Somebody just messaged me, and I had to answer somebody back something. No, I was looking down. My phone was ready. I was trying to be sneaky, Alessandro. I was trying.
That's my fault. That's like what my father does sometimes. Like, he was like,
people say that on the stream all the time, because if somebody messages me and my family or something, and I'm like I gotta like try
what
to
the
like,
heck? No, just lift the phone and say, what the hell?
I'm just gonna go on. You just speak. I'm just not even gonna pay attention to you. No, I was trying to do it on the sly there, and but no, people will say that every once in a while. They'll be like, I'll look at the chat. They'll be like, Enosh is sleeping, and I'm like, I am not sleeping. Jeez. No, it's okay. It's all good. No, I was listening.
No, finish your message.
No, I was done. I was done, because I looked up and you're like, are you sleeping? I was like, no.
No. But actually, if you need to message, and I will.
No, I'm done. No, I'm done. I messaged them back. So
I'm not being ironic. I'm actually like concerned, but yeah.
No, we're all good. It was very superficial.
Yeah.
It was
very superficial, Alessandro. Don't worry, you're fired.
It's all good. But no, like I said, I appreciate your input into stuff. Speaking of which, a couple of questions people had for you here. First of all, you were talking about that test when you made that other picture that you needed stuff. Steve wants to know, did you pass your test?
Oh, I did. It was just it was thesis. I was doing a thesis on. Yeah, I was studying kids and their behavior when they watch TV.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, I was writing a whole thesis about it. It was my bachelor's degree. So I have a bachelor's degree now, so it's cool. That was for last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's not news now. But at that point, it was kind of cool. Yeah, I passed the test. I think I passed well. It was it was kind of cool, because that thesis was with kids, and I because there was the whole pandemic, I wasn't able to do the focus group with all of the kids. What I need to do was like do Zoom calls with their parents and them together, and I try to talk. So do you watch these certain TV shows? All right. So I would try to roll their behavior when I watched. I would show them like a little cartoon, and then would compare it how they react with a different cartoon. Oh, it was just a whole experiment that I did. It was kind of cool.
And then Benson's here. Mark has a £2 super chat. Says he just watched No Way Home, and it's better than Endgame. I believe that, Mark.
I believe that too.
I believe that. I totally believe that. I mean, everybody knows I'm not a huge fan of Endgame. I liked, Infinity War. I liked Infinity War better than I liked Endgame. So I don't have a problem believing that Spider-Man is better than Endgame. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man. I know. Are you looking forward to Spider-Man, Ellison?
I do. I actually bought 2 tickets for me and my girlfriend. We are going together this Saturday. The only problem is that she is also spoiling me the film. So because okay, let's say something. Also because she doesn't understand English. Okay, so
Okay.
she was trying to tell me spoilers about No Way Home, and I was like, I already know a lot, so you cannot break me. I am unbreakable. I know a lot of stuff about the movie before you even knew, so I am unbreakable right now. And then suddenly she says, did you know that beep? There's a whole big spoiler about it, and I was like, you maniac. What
That's
the heck?
awesome. That's
No,
awesome.
she's freaking smart. She came from a university of smart pants. I hate her so much, but yeah, she knew what to say exactly, and she broke me.
Oh man.
I still want to see the film because I'm like, well, I don't know how that happens, to be honest. I still don't know how that's going to be executed. And then she started screaming, well, that happens in this part of the film. And I go, no.
Oh man. Well, I've had my fair share over this last year of things spoiled for me.
I wonder, did Dusty ever did that to you? Did she ever spoil something
Tiff?
for you?
No, Tiff hasn't ever spoiled anything for me. Tiff has been pretty good. I haven't had to worry about Tiff. It's been some of my friends. Like they're now it's kind of famous. Now it's kind of pop. It was kind of a popular thing when it happened about Nicotina spoiling both
Yes.
Grand Admiral Thrawn
Mandalorian, yes,
on the
Luke.
Mandalorian and Luke Skywalker, like both within just a couple episodes of each other, and he spoiled both of it for me, and I was just like, dude. But I couldn't even be mad at him by the time we got to Luke Skywalker. I gave him a hard time about Grand Admiral Thrawn, but when it got to Luke Skywalker, I couldn't even, because he actually called me that morning and tried to make sure that I didn't look at social media so I wouldn't get spoiled. And then he scheduled his review of it for the next day, thinking like I'll be safe. But that's the thing, is like when you schedule that video,
yeah,
you
get the notification.
You get the notification. So it is what it is. But yeah. What's up, Anthony Grigsby? Good to see you. He says good day, everyone. There's one of our friends from down under. Let's see. Steven here says all artists are like that, who critique their own work with what is this? LOL. The observer appreciates the work of the artist who sees it as work.
I'm to say hi to those guys saying it right now. I'll be with.
I know I'm very critical of my own work, even like, when like I do music and stuff like that. And it's funny. And you tell me how this is for you. Like, a lot of times, like when I'm producing a song or something like that, I'll think it's fine in the moment, right? Like I'll be really excited about it and I'll get it done. I'll get something done. And then like, I'll look back on it later sometimes and think, oh, I wish I would have done this different, or I wish I would have done that different, or, I get a new perspective or a new idea sometimes. Do you ever get that? Like when you look at like something that you drew like that, afterwards,
oh my God,
I wish I would have done this different. Maybe, put this in there.
Okay, here's something. I have a friend. He has his YouTube channel, Navigating Patterns. Okay, he once told me in Discord, you're an artist. Because he's a programmer, he has a different kind of mind. And he tells me, I'm a very organized man. I don't care about criticizing myself because I just need to follow a structure and that's it. I don't need to care. I just need to follow the plan and I do what I need to solve. You're an artist. You like to wrestle. So that's how it is actually. So because we are artists, we like to always, we're wrestlers. So maybe it fits for you because you're kind of one. But yes, it happens to me a lot because have you seen the last picture that I made of the Sinister Six that I made?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you
So
sent that to me. Yes.
a big problem with that one is that I was a bit like on the rush because I was like, I need to finish this in an hour, and so I like, okay, it's done. I had a whole hour left to need to go to my girlfriend's house, so I'm like, great, it's done. Upload, and then when I upload the picture, I'm like, holy crap, I didn't paint this little thing. I delete the post, and I'm like, again, I need to correct this again. Correct it. Then I post it again. And then I look for it, and I'm like, again, there's another mistake. I took it again. I started correcting. Then what the hell is this? Right. And then I realized, holy crap, I made another one. Half an hour of those post and post, post and post, post and post, and I was just tired, and I was like, that's it. This is the last time. And I was like, hey, I forgot a little detail. I don't care. And half hour left, I was like, it had one like, I do care. And I went again, delete the post, and repeat the same.
Man, it's like sometimes posting a thumbnail.
Yeah,
it's like posting a thumbnail.
Imagine the same with that picture, the one with all the people. It was hell, man.
Now, do you have that? I know you're going to show us some pictures in a few minutes. Do you have that picture within the stuff that you're showing us? That you're talking about?
Oh, the you mean
Sinister 6 one?
What are you talking about? Oh yes, here it is. Actually, yes. But you meant that if it's in my presentation? Yes, it is.
Oh, it is. Okay, good. Yeah, this dude was that was killer, man. But yeah, Saggy's yelling at you. Mask of Shy. Mask of Shy. No, what were you showing there?
Kenobi. Oh yeah, this little thing. Oh, the Suicide Squad piece that I made for my video.
Oh,
yeah. That's the last video that I made for my channel, MASKOFSHY, because I do videos too. And so this was the last one that I made.
That is cool, man. I love the Harley in the middle. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I like the idea of she be like the Venus in the middle. And she originally I was a whole concept because she was like hand like this, the other hand like this, like a clock. And I was like, I'm going to make like many hands until midnight.
Nice.
And I was like, that doesn't work. But a bit of the idea was kept because the arms are kind of crossed. But it's like, yeah, you can see one side the David Ayer's film, and on the other side you can see James Gunn's film. Here you can see David Ayer's, James Gunn. So yeah, it's a bit of the duality that you can see in those films.
Well, I think that's cool though. I think that's cool that you combine both because you know, I mean, look, they're both, you know, like I know there's people who will debate all day whether or not, you know, they like this one or that one or whatever, you know, but like the way I always looked at it was that, you know, David Ayer,
and I wasn't a fan of James Gunn's film, but I appreciate it still. So.
Yeah, I mean, David Ayer and James Gunn were friends, you know, utilize some of the same characters, you know, so why not? I mean, everybody can always have their own opinion about, you know, the movie in general, but you know, I think that's cool that you incorporated everybody.
Killing Boomerang was a mistake. Forever freaking mistake, damn it. But yeah, apart from that, yes. Tolerance.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So, by the way, for everyone in the chat, I'm putting right now Alessandro's YouTube channel so that you can go and check out his YouTube channel and his some of his artwork there.
Oh yeah, you can put it in the chat. That would be cool.
Yep, I put that in the chat. Now this is a cool one. You shared that one with me a little while ago.
Yeah, this is from last year.
Yep.
From November or no, October, I think. Yep.
So let me ask you, Alessandro. So when you sit down to start a project like that, right? And like you're like, okay, I'm gonna, you know, make a picture. I'm gonna do like, how do you get started? Because like I honestly I don't like, someone like me, like I know music, I know other things, like, but like for you to sit down, I look at people like my friend Dawson, obviously,
Yeah.
Ryan, Zeverfet, and others who can draw, and I'm just amazed by that. Like, what is the thought process? Like, how do you determine, like, this is what I want to do? Do you just see it in your head and you're just like, I'm going to put this here and there, or
Well, the key is that you don't start like that. You start like this, with very rough sketches, and that's it.
Okay.
Then you start practicing different shapes, and eventually you start doing bigger pictures. And eventually you would like to then mix with some references. So what I did, and that helped me a lot, is taking references for other artists, sometimes nature. Here's something you don't. Many artists have worked on their craft for many years, more than years than I have. So the recommendation of a good teacher that I had was, you don't need to create the wheel again. Use what others know. Damn it, the church did the same. Sometimes like you don't need to. Sometimes this was even my pastor said something like that once. Like, you don't need to create a whole perspective in you. There are people that know more about the topic, and they can teach you too.
That's it.
So
Yeah, that's a good point.
And that's why you take references too. And in this case, for example, here one that I will show you first. Here's the draft. A sketch. What's the difference? Well, this is a sketch of one of the pictures that I would complete later. This is from last year.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. It's very rough. It's very like caveman like.
Okay.
And it was just okay. Let's
see if I drew that, dude. I'd be like showing everybody, like, look what I drew. This is amazing.
No, that's great. No, that's good. Even with there's a joke between artists, and like everyone tells you that, right? When you show them a little drawing, everyone tells like, I can even draw with little sticks. so and it's like, no, you can, don't worry, you can. The idea is that if you want. The key is that people like to often confuse hows with why. So the idea is that I have a how. The how is you can discover it too. The key is finding the why. So I do it because I have this, at least the idea, the motivation that I like to create beauty. I came to that conclusion, at least that's good. I am to create beauty, so I want to create beauty. That's why I draw.
Well, if you're going to create
beauty,
beauty, Saggy here is begging you to draw a picture of her, but we want beauty. So
there's going to be something for that at the end, and actually, yeah.
There you go.
Damn it! Stop spoiling.
Okay, no spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. But yeah, she said you're so talented, and dude, you are. And by the way, I saw this, Aggie. So thank you so much, Aggie. But yeah, no, it's it is, man. It is to be able to see you go through that process and see. So you basically you start sketching things out first before you act and kind of figure it all out before you do the actual piece, is what you're saying.
I also had some exercises. I sometimes like to exercise, like not without a pencil, but literally I would be with just a pen and no eraser, and I would just, let's say, because I would often be stuck in the middle of the traffic when I was going to the college. So one thing that I would do was just open a book, drew that, and without erasing. And at a certain point, you become good at it, because you start being comfortable with no erasing anything. So you try to be good, that each stroke needs to be good, needs to be precise, and there you start becoming better and better. This was something that I made. This is from many years ago. This book is from 2019, I think, actually. Ah, this is from 2020.
Oh, that's cool.
This is from, I don't remember. I think it's 2021. No, 2020, 2019. This is from, damn it, it was erased. Where the hell it was? There was, oh yeah, 2021. Oh, 2015. So, okay, there you go. You'll see one of my more early sketches. And some of them were also done in the bus. So, there you go. I would often, this is how I would practice. Sometimes I would practice just by doing rough sketches with a pencil. This is a character that I created. They look very rough. And eventually I would start also doing drawings with a marker. And this would be also more finished.
Okay.
Now, these drawings have a particular thing, and it's that what drives me to draw them is sometimes they are very mundane things sometimes, and that's enough. That's good enough. You don't need to think much about it sometimes, at least when you start. When you start, just you need to do. And just work and work and work. You don't need to think that much about, oh my God, what's going to be my future? Each stroke is going to define me as an artist. No, but that happens.
Yeah, yeah.
But
no, I mean, I get it because like in making music, you know, like sometimes I think we feel like that sometimes, like, well, you know, like if I, you know, like when we're writing a song, like I have a friend, literally I have a friend, like he was into very progressive music, right? And he was into very technical music, you know, he liked a lot of really technical bands, you know, like, and you know, bands like Dream Theater and bands like you know, Rush, and you know, things like that. They were very, very technical pieces. And so when we were in this band together, he was a brilliant dude. He was a great musician, phenomenal musician, but he tied himself up from being able to just write songs because he never would complete anything. And I'll never forget, he wrote a song on one of our albums. He wrote this song, and it was a really simple song actually, but it was literally for me. You know, I didn't write the song, right? I didn't have anything to do with that song when we recorded it. But for me, it was one of my favorite songs on the album that we did because I loved it sonically. I loved how it was. He wrote all the lyrics, he wrote all the music, he wrote everything. And he was the drummer, right? He was a drummer, but he played several different instruments and everything. But the crazy thing was when he showed it to us, like the rest of the band, we all you know, sat around and we were like, wow, this is great, Brian. And he literally said back to us, he's like, well, I almost didn't show it to you guys because like I just had to keep telling myself it's okay that it's not super technical. It's okay to have something simple, you know, as long as it's good. And you know, that's the thing is I've often joked with people and said, you know, you can learn as a musician the hardest to play song ever, you know, the fastest thing or the, you know, the most technical thing. And you could you can write that, you know what I mean? Like you can write that song, right? And play it for somebody and they just don't care. Like nobody cares. But you can learn a really super easy 3-chord song, you know what I mean, that is popular, that connects with people. And people will follow you everywhere and think you're an amazing musician because you connected with them. And that's, I think, you know, when I hear you talk about that, like, yeah, it's like you're creating something that that really connects with somebody, you know. And sometimes you just got to let go and say, you know, this is good, you know, and this is all right.
Yeah, the key is that, yeah, it's true. As you mentioned, that poor guy, what the hell, man? That tells you a bit that what the main conflict for artists is not it's not a matter of how are you going to accomplish this. It's sometimes what is motivating you now. The hows are good because they will always be around, and you can always like push yourself up and work towards what you want to achieve. But if you don't have a why and you are like unstable at your basis, you're going to be shaking all the time and you won't be able to move sometimes. That's what happened. Maybe that's what happened to your friend. I'm not a psychologist, but but it's what it seems.
Yeah.
Sometimes, when you do art, here's something. Art is not this sometimes abstract thing that is out there. That's this is an abstract thing. That's not just art. That's a belief. But talking about art purely is just the craft. It's the house. Art is just comes from the word artisan. It's like it's the proper manner to do things done. And in this case, many times a good artist is the one that communicates better their ideas. So what matters at the end is the difficult part is not exactly how are you going to achieve this, but why are you going to keep going. And yeah, some fail a bit. I think there was a friend who once showed me his sketches about he used to draw people around. He used to draw people on the streets, and it was very cute. And I would watch, and I feel it was very impactful how he did the shapes of the hands, the little wrinkles on the sides, and that was special for me. And that thing is something that I cannot. Dang it! What I was going with this? Where I was going with this? Okay. The point is that he thought his pieces were like too simple. They were too mundane. And my thing was like, yeah, they're mundane, and you can start with a mundane motive. You can say, oh, this is a little mundane and this is simple, but don't worry about that, because the key is not that you will drawing a mundane things. The key is that there should be a point in which you will going to open your eyes and say, great, I did all of this. Now start looking up and strive towards. Everyone has that point. Like when you how some call it, it's like you're coming of age. You watch backwards and say, all right, all those things were good, and now I'm at a certain point where I want to experiment with new things. What should I do now? The answer is not in, well, I need to buy a new pencil that is going to make me a better artist. I need to buy new stuff. Sometimes that can help, but it's not the main thing that will keep you going. The thing that kept you going at the end is questioning the why. Why are you opening your eyes and looking backwards? Oh, you want to something. You have a motive there. Here, this is some stuff that I would draw in the bus. I would just look around and search for a person, and this was the hands of a little lady that was on my side. I don't think it's that I didn't thought it was meaningful, but then looking backwards, I realized I did care. There is something in me from the past that care about certain things, and maybe they weren't deep, but now with my eyes, many years later, I can see maybe I'm meant to look for something else, and it doesn't matter if you don't see the future. So sometimes we don't see the future. It's just a matter of having faith and keep going. Maybe I'm just rambling too much.
No, man. No, that's
because no. The key is that I don't know if I'm following a whole narrative with what I'm saying. Okay, I'll stop right now.
No, dude, I think you're doing fine, man. I think that I personally, I'm just telling you, I like to hear like what goes on in an artist's mind, like, and how you look at art and how you look at, like what you do, because I think it helps us when we look at your pictures like this, man, like, and the things that you draw and the things you do, like by us being able to hear, like your process and how you think about things and how you think about art and how you think about what you're doing. I think it helps us to get a better sense of, like what you're trying to accomplish in a picture and or a piece, Steve here says, those sketchbooks are going to be in museums. I hope so.
I hope not, but yeah. No, hey, I think that's too much vanity. My way, here's something. I have about museums, about memory. Here's something. That's just my perspective. If you don't care or don't like that, here it is. Whatever I will draw, I don't care if it doesn't survive 100 years ago from the future. Personally, I think art doesn't matter because art. Okay, okay. I will finish this quickly. Let's see if I can finish this thought in less than a minute. I'm a material being, and my art is material. While my hopes may be immaterial, people can see my hopes, and that's not bad. And if I can materialize some stuff for now, and it would last for a while, that's all it matters. I think, and maybe sure, in 100 years, maybe no one will care, and that's not bad, because art and beauty, beauty is beyond beauty, and goodness doesn't die because it's beyond material stuff. My art will die, I will pass away, maybe all of us, but beauty and goodness will stay, and that's all that matters. There was a doctor's, because that's why I don't mind if I end in a museum or not. So a bit of Ecclesiastes, this is right there. Ecclesiastes talks a bit of that in the Bible, but about Hebel. But the idea is that there's a quote from Dr. Seuss that I always like to use when I try to think on those topics. Because I think it was helpful for some friends. It was it was about don't worrying about the future, and it went like, don't cry because something beautiful ended. Celebrate that it happened. It happened, and that's all that matters. Beauty happened. Maybe you won't, and even if no one remembers it, it happened, and that's the beauty. The miracle did happen. Oh, but there wasn't a miracle later in my life. Oh, but there could be another miracle somewhere else. But that's it. They are happening, and sometimes we don't see them, and we just care about, oh my God, but I want a lasting effect and a precise thing to put a label on it and say, hey, there it is, this thing to point out and say, hey, there you go.
Yeah.
But we don't have this. The world is not that simple. The world is not that. The reality is not that simple. Existence is not that simple. So. And so I think the best thing is to realize with humbleness and say, yeah, some things end, other things start. I'm not going to be for all the places. I won't ever have control of everything. And that's not bad.
That's a good point. That's a very, very good point. And I think we can learn a lot from that, man. I think we could definitely learn a lot from that. I like your, Steve, talking about this. I tell you what, Steve is another guy who's a very talented guy. And Steve, I know we talked about this, like, it seems like a year ago now, but I have not forgotten your films, dude. And I have not forgotten the film that we talked about. And I still want to have you on, man.
Wait. So, Steve, he was making, am I crazy? Was he doing a Akira trailer, I think?
I don't.
Steve, were you making an Akira trailer or fan-made trailer or teaser or short film? I remember. I think you were doing short films. You have he makes short films. He's awesome.
He makes some really great short films. He made one that I wanted last year when he released it. Man, I started watching it, and it was like a horror film. And I started watching it, and I remember like getting into it. And, like, people send me stuff all the time, and some stuff you like, some stuff you don't, whatever. And man, I remember I just started watching it, and I was glued to it the entire time. And we had talked about it then, and I don't know what happened, Steve. I think we just kind of like lost contact stuff. But like, Steve, I would love to still, man, like do a focus on you still, man. And let's talk about it, bro. But also Cherie here says, hey, wanted to pop in and appreciate Mask of Shy. Always love interacting with him in the chat. We'll catch up on the stream after I get off work. Hey, Enosh, what's going on, Cherie? Good to see you. Then Steve here says, Poindexter Lounge, sounds like your drummer Brian is a lot like Brian Wilson. Have you seen the recent doc? I haven't seen the recent documentary. But yeah, Brian was a guy. I haven't played with Brian in a long time, but yeah, Brian was like just one of those guys. Like, he was such a perfectionist that You know, sometimes you got to be careful. Sometimes you just got to let stuff go, right? Sometimes you just got to say, hey, you know what? This is good enough. It's going to be all right. And, you know, and not be so hard on ourselves, you know, but a lot could be said for putting in our best, obviously. So I will say this, what's up, Nicotina Show? What's up, Andre? Good to see you, bro. Dodgers suck.
What are Dodgers?
Dodgers suck. Well, you know what? You invite me on and we'll have that conversation. All right. I haven't been on the Nicotina Show in quite a while. So,
what Dodgers means?
What's that?
What Dodgers means?
Oh, the LA Dodgers. I'm wearing an LA Dodgers hat.
Oh, baseball. Okay, baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball. Yeah, it's baseball. Yeah. So I'm wearing a Dodgers hat. So
you Americans with baseball.
Well, you know, I mean, I got a Dodgers hat, I got a Tigers hat, I got, you know, I mean, I don't know, Andre. I could go put on my Chicago Cubs hat. I could put on my Michigan hat. I mean, Michigan's doing really well right now. We're hoping to you know, possibly play for a national championship in football. So, you know, I got some hats around. By the way, Andre, I miss you, man. I miss you. Haven't seen you in a while. I miss you, bro. And I hope we can do something again real soon. So I got to ask you. So I know you're going to show us some of your some of this artwork and some surprises here in just a minute. But I do got to ask you because obviously I know you and I've met you, Alessandro, through the whole Snyder Cut movement. Right. The Snyder Cut movement has brought people together from all backgrounds. I think it's awesome, dude. You're from South America, and I would have never met you, you know, had it not been for this thing, this movie, this phenomenon, this global phenomenon that has brought us all together. So I got to ask you, man, about that. How did you get into this movement to push for the Snyder Cut, and into liking these films and like your love for, you know, DC films, you know, or DC characters?
How it all started?
Yeah. Give us a little background of how you got into that.
When I was a child. No, again. Mm-hmm. The idea is that I wasn't a big fan of DC before. I mean, as a comic book fan, I would read the comics. I read one of the first comics that I read was Batman Year One. I bought the whole collection, like physically, because it would come like week after week. So I would buy the first issue, then the first second. That's how I read Year One. Then The Dark Knight Rises too, also by issue. And at the end, the only thing that I was never attached to was Superman. I preferred a lot more Spider-Man. I read the Straczynski's John Romita's run from the 2000s, and the X-Men too, and a little bit of Avengers, very tiny bit, because I wasn't into them. But still, I wasn't that big of a fan of Superman, because the only thing I had a reference about was the Christopher Reeves films, which I liked. I love the Christopher Reeves films. Did he stopped? Holy crap!
No. Yeah, my internet just went a little wonky there for a second.
Yeah.
Am I good? Okay.
Let me tell you.
You just keep, if I get frozen, you just keep going.
All right. No problem.
All right.
So at the end, I try the Superman. It came the New 52, and I read the New 52 and the Earth One, and I started liking Superman a lot more. Earth One of those books that I touched me in such a way when I was like, holy crap, this guy is very mental. I mean, mental. He's a very deep guy. Sure. So I look backwards and I start reading Byrne's run online. I don't have enough money to buy comics like you do, but I read the whole run. I was like, this is something. And just after that, Man of Steel, the teaser comes out. That's when I went to watch The Dark Knight Rises, which I cried during that film. It was the first time I cried during that film, was when watching The Dark Knight Rises. Weird, right? So yes, when Bruce was going to die, carrying the bomb, I was like, I got so excited. I was like, holy crap! But yeah, during that screening at the beginning, they showed the teaser for Man of Steel, and that's when I actually felt like, holy crap, it feels like Earth One a lot. At the end, it was not like Earth One because Earth One has a lot of extra stuff.
Yeah.
But it has some, for example, the destruction, for example, was there. um, but it was certainly a different take. And that's the key. Zack at that point showed me something that I wasn't expecting about Superman. But I would like to argue that he knows what he's doing. Like a director probably could have investigated the source to adapt. Like, don't you think, Enos? Like, there's the minimal possibility that maybe Zack knew a little bit of what the hell he was doing while during Man of Steel, because there were tons of connections. Dang it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of layers to that film, and well, sure, now I look backwards and there are a couple of details I'm like, I could have had this little thing. I could have had this little thing. But apart from that, it's a really great film that just gets better each time I saw it. I saw it with my father, and he doesn't care about Superman, by the way. He is like, Superman. He's an engineer. He's an engineer. My artist son wants to show me Superman. And he loved it. He wasn't that excited because when he's very serious, he's emotional sometimes, but not all the time. And when Superman broke Zod's neck, he was like, oh my god. I was impacted because of his reaction, because for a moment we were both like hell yeah, Superman, kick his ass, but then it came to a point when he was asking, wait, how is they cannot defeat this guy? And then he broke his neck, and we both were in silence. Like, my dad just said he didn't like it. He didn't like to do that, and I guess that just showed me that this guy shows. Zack puts a lot of his spirit in that film, and that's why I love the DCU in general. That's Man of Steel, BBS, Wonder Woman. I like Suicide Squad, even though it's not the cut. I want them to release the air cut. Dang it. Then came Justice League, and that's when that's when the whole story started with the fandom, because you know how that went, right? So I even stopped doing videos. You realize, if you check on my channel, literally after the release of the film, I stopped doing videos like for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, check my channel. You never check it, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a problem. No problem. It's that idea that I stopped doing anything. The thing that for me was like, this is going to suck a lot, was when my friends, because I studied in a film school, they came to me and they said, Alessandro, Justice League was awesome. I love that film. It was freaking beautiful. How I realized that was BS? Because those were the same guys that were telling me a year ago, BBS suck, ha ha ha, Marta.
Yeah.
They love that film, so I was like, it sucks.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, then the first people that I met from the movement were Chris Wong, Fiona. I'd never met them. Would be cool. Okay, I think they know I exist. I think Chris Wong mentioned me a couple of times in his channel. He's a very cool guy.
He is.
He's a very cool guy. I still feel he made some dumb stuff sometimes, because he once made a video of, I'm not going to watch any film about Hamada anymore, and then I'm not going to do more DC videos. Next week he's like, I'm going to do another DC video, and I'm like, yeah, that wasn't very smart, mate. I love the guy, but sometimes we all make little like.
Oh yeah, I think sometimes we all get. It's very easy to get emotional.
Exactly. And that's the key. You cannot just let your feelings drive you, because then you start doing like weird stuff. I once wanted to do I once actually did but believe me, that was R-rated. I did a drawing. I think I was trying to publish a sketch of it, and it was Kevin Tsuzuhara with the kryptonite spear piercing a person, and this person was all mangled and was being pierced in the space, and his head said Justice League film. And yeah, I was like, this is too morbid. I cannot upload this because I drew the person even with boobs, like a naked lady, and I was like, this is getting too sus. I no, but it was very emotional. I was so charged of emotion because I was, damn it, these fuckers. Yeah, that's emotions are too hard, and that's why you have a lot of people that are very passionate in the movement.
No, it's true. It's true. And that's, and that's the thing, man, is, like,
but
that's what I just keep trying to remind people is, like, of course people are passionate about these things and about these characters and about these movies and, and some things you just gotta let people have their, let people have their moments,
Oh yeah, the key. That's why always the key is you can be passionate, but just remember to direct those emotions in a good way.
Exactly.
It's not bad to be passionate about it. It's just direct in a good way. It's just that. And if you don't like certain people, don't hide it. Tell them.
Sure.
Inosh, I think you're an asshole.
Thank you.
I don't like you. I
appreciate that. I appreciate
Seriously.
that. At least you're direct.
No, seriously, you're canceled. I'm out. You're blocked right now.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've got all the power, so I could remove you at any second. So I can just be like, well, thanks for being here, and that was great.
Exactly.
What's up, Brian? Good to see you, man. What's up, Brian Scully? Zombie X Slayer 614 says, "Sup, Enosh? I just finished the Matrix Revolutions. I need resurrections in my life. I need to know how the story continues. I don't want to wait 7 days."
Oh, yeah. One of my friends, I have a friend called AJ. He's a big fan. By the way, talking about good people of the movement, there's this guy called AJ. He likes to always, because the Twitter start making these spaces, I know you're not into them, but at least for some time there's been in the Twitter app, you can see the possibility to create spaces to put people together. You can create like a little streaming. Yeah. It's not going to be recorded, but you can join a lot of people.
I've joined a couple of them. And like, but I got in there and like a couple of them were weird, and so I was like, I don't know that I'm in the right in the right one here.
That's because they are not organized. But that's okay. They are just to ramble and talk about. They are not formal. They are not formal discussions at all. But
yeah,
they are for sure just to be with friends, to meet people. It's not like this because for example, right now I'm expecting to say certain to answer your questions in a proper manner. But I'm not throwing around like F words. I think I throw a couple of F words, right? Dang it, this is not going to be monetized. I might even show the Hallelujah song. Dang it.
Yeah, you did. You did. So it's all good. It's all good. No, you're good, man.
Dang it.
You're good. You're good. The worst case scenario is we just mute it. Because most of the time, most of the time YouTube gives you an opportunity to either cut it or mute it or whatever. So if they go after that, we'll just mute the Hallelujah song.
Oh yeah, I usually do that for my videos. No, I don't do that for my videos. That's why they're not monetized.
Yeah. But no, I mean that's cool, man. I think it's cool that's how you you got involved in that, and I mean I think you're very right. I think we have to be, we have to express what we love and what we like, and and how we want to continue that, but like you said, being positive about it, and showing
I
that
disagree with
positivity.
that. I don't think we need to be positive. We just need to be honest and respectful. Because then, if we are just positive, for example, let's say I did some shady stuff. Let's say let's put yourself in that position.
Hmm.
I will create a story. I insulted in a very improper manner a lot of people in another platform
Hmm.
because I'm an actual asshole. So and then I come to your show and I talk all dandy and nice to you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you feel at least a bit uncomfortable? So
Yeah.
that's the key.
Yeah.
Some people won't like to hide it. Sure. I don't think that justifies people to say, "Oh my God, kick him out. He needs to be shunned." I
Yeah.
don't think that's good either. But I think it's understandable that some people would say, "Hey, talk about there's some stuff that needs to be addressed, right?" It's like just that. But I think again, I try to not take sides. I kept myself skeptical. So I'm
Hmm.
like some people. It's like, yeah, this guy's cool. Yeah, this guy's kinda iffy. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, but it's not like they kill a man. They still are. I don't like them.
Yeah.
The key is that you cannot expect all people to be perfect, but I think it's not bad that sometimes people are not going to be comfortable with you. Heck, I have friends that don't like me that much. They are just, yeah, Alessandro, you're a prick. You're a regular artist and all that, but you're a freak. So I don't like you. All right, that's great. Thanks for telling me at least. I don't need, and that's the sad part. Sometimes I need to say, I actually liked you. So sorry, maybe I need to change about me something. So sometimes bad comments could be good. So, you know.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. Now you've got some stuff that you wanted to show us, and
Before that, a
okay.
little question from
Yeah.
1 to 10. How broken is my English? Like
How
one
broken is
being,
your English?
how broken is my English? Like, is it like understandable, or is it like, holy crap, this guy is talking wash and wear, wash and wear?
No, man, I'm understanding you just fine, man. I think we're having a conversation, and
Oh, right, good.
and I mean, I'm not having a hard time with that at all, man. No, I think you're doing good, man. I think you're just fine. I think you're just fine. Your English is better, I will tell you this, than like my Spanish and my anything. Like, you can ask Tiffany. We went to where did we go? We went on a cruise years ago to hit a lot of the Caribbean and stuff like that, and we ended up in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
and
cool.
and like
Holy crap.
I took Spanish when I was in high school and
And they
stuff,
have
but
a very strong accent.
and it's funny, and it's funny here, Alessandro, because I like most students like take a Spanish class like in high school here, but the thing is, it's really weird because most of it is like it's very kind of study to get to the test, get it done kind of approach. You know what I mean? Not like we're actually learning the language. Like there are certain things that stick with people that they remember for like their whole life, like certain phrases or something like that, or how to say a certain thing or whatever. But for the most part, like here in America, we just don't retain it. You know what I mean? It's
No,
not
that's
something
and
that
that's
like a
normal.
lot of people
Here
use.
is
And
the same. Here's the same with English.
Yeah.
We have English classes, for example, here. So from elementary school until high school, you have a lot of each year you have English classes. And some don't care about studying enough, so they just want to pass the test. And I'm like, yeah, teacher, I need to go to the bathroom. Yes, you passed. So but for example, I try to study. I study in a little academia called Britannico. And my friends like to joke, it's Britannico. But yeah, so that's why I develop a little bit I improve my skills talking English. That helped. But yeah, Also because
Yeah.
that
No,
my
we
teacher
but
was involved.
when we ended up in down in the Dominican Republic, though, I remember because like my wife Tiffany speaks a little bit of Spanish,
Cool.
and so she was doing that. But like I was messing around with her. I was kind of joking with her because she was trying to like test me on some stuff, and I I knew some of the things like so, but I was teasing with her. She would be like. How do you ask for the bathroom? And I would, I know that it'd be, El Baño, but I'd be like, bathroom O. I was adding O to the end of everything,
Bathroom O.
bathroom O. It's just, I was teasing her and stuff and giving her a hard time. But I tell you what now, I don't think I've ever felt so, helpless as I did in being down there. We found out the hard way that Tiffany has an allergy to calamari, and we were at dinner. We were sitting there at dinner one night, and she had some calamari. And I mean, she loves seafood, and she's not allergic to other seafood,
Except calamari.
Except calamari,
Oh.
and so she had some calamari.
I love calamari.
Oh my gosh, she had some calamari, and she's sitting across the table at me saying, Enosh, my throat is starting to close up. Like I can feel it. And I mean, you talk about being scared and, thinking about that language barrier,
how do you seek help in that moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
And so fortunately, I had remembered that they had a little gift shop that was just like right around from where we were at the little restaurant there because we were on an all-inclusive, resort, and they had like this little gift shop. And I remembered that they had like one or two little tiny bottles of whatchamacallit, their Benadryl. And so, for allergies. And so I ran right over there, and that little bottle of Benadryl was like super expensive. I mean, it was super expensive, but I'd like at that moment, obviously I didn't care, I'm just like, take all my money. I don't care. I mean, if my wife is sitting there in a situation where she, may not be able to breathe, I was scared. And so, fortunately I can't, I got right back. She was able to take the Benadryl.
You gotta be the hero. Yes.
Yeah. And she was fine. But I'll tell you what, you don't think about those, kind of boundaries. But I'll tell you what, other than that too, man, I'll tell you what, where I grew up, there was a family, a Mexican family that moved into a house, like literally kind of like just around the corner from where my house was. And they didn't speak a word of English. They didn't speak a word of English, man. And I'll never forget, because growing up, we used to go over there, and it would be all these little, American kids and stuff. But they had kids and stuff. And we never, understood each other. They didn't speak any English, and we didn't speak any Spanish.
But yet when you were a kid. When you were a kid still?
Yeah, I was a kid, but like they had their kids there, and so we would just play with their kids, because they were a family, and so we just got to know each other, and they were just a really, really nice family. And so even though we never communicated verbally, we all just kind of communicated as human beings, And
you threw a ball and said, "Hey."
Yeah, like we would just, we'd play with the kids, I'd play with the other kids and stuff that were there and their family and stuff, because they had quite a few kids. And so so it was just fun just to play, with their kids and stuff, and we'd laugh, and they would it wasn't really sign language, but like they would, do funny things and stuff, and we'd all laugh together, and have a good time. And so, there's many ways that we can communicate. But everybody here, man, thinks you're doing great.
The good thing is
Integrity says your English is pretty good. Zombie here says your English is completely understandable. Integrity says I doubt anyone is struggling to understand you. And cool. And Reyes says you're doing great, Alessandro. So no worries, man. No worries.
Alrighty then.
All right. So what do you got to show us, man?
Okay.
Let me bring this up, or you got something else?
I think no. The only thing I was going to comment, this was unrelated stuff, but no, we can leave that for the end. So that's great.
Okay. All right.
Let's show one of the stuff I have here. I have some pieces. So there you go.
Oh, yeah, that's the color version. Yeah.
exactly. That's how it was finished at the end. More this little piece. I call it the Crowned Bat and Humble Lord. So the idea is that, yeah, that this was from last year, from 2020, when the no, yes, before the pandemic started, I did this sketch. This, by the way, this is not digital, because I do both. Some people say digital is easier, it's the same, but this one is traditional. Actually, you can see the little strokes. It's all traditional here. And as you say, it's sometimes difficult to imagine this whole thing coming together. But I had a little of experience, so I had fun, like putting together this I had this idea like a shield of a country, putting together a lot of symbols. So I imagine, well, what does BBS tell me? So you can see, for example, here a little connection that I made. I don't know if you made this. Do you remember BBS? How much do you remember BBS? Because
yeah, I mean, dude, I love that movie. Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember Batman's first dream?
Yeah.
When the man bat attacks him.
Yes. Yep.
So he is a big gray monster that wants to kill the hero. So for a moment I thought, what if there is a connection between Bruce's fears and Doomsday? So I put a fusion of them in the cave of Superman, because that's what Bruce sees, and that's what he's seeing in that direction. However, everyone else is looking upwards towards the truth, something like that. Superman is looking upwards. However, because he's looking upwards, he's not looking that below him there's a ton of danger, and in this case, we have this crazy ass Batman trying to balance it out, his life between becoming a murderer. Well, he's already a murderer, but now becoming a full ass villain, or choosing hope, and he's between that. And yeah, poor little Alfred, all the weight is on him. And Wonder Woman is upside down because Truth was upside down because of Lex Luthor. She's literally coming out. She's literally coming out of Luthor's mouth. However, at the end, she's still pointing out towards the truth, and the only person who is actually looking towards that corner is Lois, because she's the one who is actually looking for it. Maybe it sounds too pretentious, but the idea it was, and it's all inside a diamond that looks like it's falling.
Wow, man, that's some conceptual stuff right there, man. Like that's wow. There's a lot happening in there.
Yeah, and curiously, that little diamond also looks like the Justice League symbol, but incomplete, because the Justice still hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You can see
wow.
How it all starts. I mean, you tell me what you see, for example. Tell me what you see.
Well,
what do you like?
I mean, dude, like now that you just took us through that journey, man. I mean, because basically you just took us through a journey there, like, of why you did each thing. I mean, that's, I mean, just looking at it on the outside is like, okay, why does he have eyeballs? Why does he have eyeballs? What are these different little pieces? Like, why does he have this in his cape, whatever, but man, for you to take us on that journey just now of showing us like why you made these choices and why you put these things. I mean, it's a very abstract thing, but yet it uses very familiar things in a very real way. But then, like you said, you got Wonder Woman kind of flipping upside down. You got these eyeballs and
for example, do you recognize this bullet?
Oh yeah.
That's the bullet from the desert.
Yeah. And then, I mean, I think it's cool how you used like the man bat type of, I've got the action figure for that. And so, I mean, like, I think it's cool. Yeah.
That had an action figure.
Yeah, man. They had an action figure for that they came out at the time that Batman v Superman came out. Yep.
I'm still a bit mad that they didn't make a Doomsday figure. That could have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one, for example. It's one of my favorite ones. It's from last year. Here you go for another one. Let's see if I can show this. Um, can you see? Can you see it? Can you see it? Nope, it didn't change. No, it didn't change. What the hell?
You might have to make it like its original size for it
Oh
to
no,
do
no
it.
problem. I know what to do now. Alrighty then. There you go. Okay, this is another one.
Oh.
That's Batman. Well, Batfleck versus Pattinson. Let's go. So that's from one of my favorite videos. That video is on my channel. I don't know if you would like to show it. Maybe.
I can.
If you could show in my channel, actually, that's.
Yep,
if
I
you
see
want,
it.
you can
I
show
see it.
maybe a little piece.
Yep, I see it. Yeah, hold on just a second.
Yeah.
What's hold on. What's the
It's called Batfleck versus Pattinson, I think, in my channel.
Okay, what I'll probably do is if it's all right with you, I'll probably show it without the sound. Because you got
no
Nirvana
problem.
in there. He's got you got that's what's heart-shaped box.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, good
Okay,
song. Good song. But yeah, let me here, let me pull this up here.
We could sing, but that's something else.
What's up, DC Talk with Extended? He's coming in saying hi. I want to say hi to him. What's going on, man? Always good to see you in here, buddy. All right, let me bring this up here. Okay. Yeah, so you can kind of walk us through this.
Dun 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 da 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 dun dun dun.
Yeah, we'll give you just a little taster. There you go.
It's
now,
true.
What version of that song do you have in there?
It was one that wouldn't take that. I choose one that didn't ask me for copyrights. That's actually a cover. Yes, that's actually from a cover of another band called Freya, and they made this cover. And actually, when I uploaded it, it didn't ask me for copyright, so it was like, oh, right, that's kind of cool. So that's why I. But also because I love that song. That cover was so freaking awesome. I love Nirvana so much, and especially Heart-Shaped Box. And finding exactly that one was like a revelation. I was like, this fits so well. Also because I try to use the lyrics, like the idea is that, hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Remind me to myself, like saying, yeah, that's me. So I will criticizing my own stuff sometimes, or like feeling that like there's a voice here saying you need to do better than it. So that's the whole idea. And sometimes when I do videos, well, I don't do that much videos. I want to keep doing more. Ben Everts, the one from Real Motion, he sometimes asks me, why do you take so much? You need to upload more videos more frequently. And yes, sometimes I wish I could upload videos frequently, but sometimes for videos on light drawings, I really just like to put my time in it. And I put so much time. I want to have a really good concept of it. And also, even choosing the piece, it's like, it was very difficult. I was like, what the hell am I going to draw? Because I by that time, I already did a little Batman versus Batfleck drawing, which was a lot more simple. It was smaller. It was just Bruce and the other one like fighting like that. It was very simple. So this one was going all the way in, like expanding it. Like and I try to practice by myself because I like to always practice the movements that my characters do. Have you ever looked at when people draw, they start drawing a face and you see the people doing faces like, I mean, I do that, for example. When I start drawing someone smiling, I'm like,
I'm sorry. I'm looking at this video. I'm not looking at what you're.
No
I'm not
problem,
looking at
problem.
you. I still had it up on the YouTube video.
No,
yeah.
no, that's great. The key is that it was a whole thing, and I just put a lot of time in it. Yeah. And that's the side that wants revenge because he doesn't like the piece. He's angry with it. He's like, the hell are you doing? You're going to love that part, maybe. Yeah, he's saying, no, you're not going to finish that piece. There's more stuff to correct. This is when he starts channeling. Okay, just put the music just in that moment.
Okay.
Yeah. There you
Dude.
go. Yeah. and that's filmed with the whole screenplay. I just recorded my screen. Yeah, and yeah, the whole idea is that I just I love to make videos. Dang it's my career. That's why I like to act. It's part of my career also because I didn't study design or illustrations. I studied to be a filmmaker. But so I put a bit of my heart in it.
Wow. Dude. Man, that's super cool, bro. That's amazing, man. That is amazing stuff. You're so talented, bro. That is holy
Just another scene. There has to be another synonym because people like this. You're so talented. You're so talented. I'm okay. But yeah, thanks, man. No,
but I like how you put that together. I've seen a couple of videos
thanks.
though that you've done like that where you kind of do that time lapse thing, and show what you're doing there, and I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool.
Thanks, man. Well, here's something that
let's
one of the pieces that you actually wanted to see. This is one of the first ones that I made or related to this movement. Yeah, you can see here, or this is the first one that I made. That actually is like the first steps before the whole big piece with all the fans of the relationship movement. This was one that I made inspired by Chris Wong's streaming. And yes, as I said, do you know this guy? He's Fatal J, and he.
Oh, I know Fatal J.
Yes, he's freaking awesome. Gotcha.
I know Fatal.
Yeah, he's a whole character, man. Then you have Colbert here, of course, the film junkie with his vodka.
Yep.
His bottle of vodka here. And of course, Chris Wong, who with his alias, because I remember at that point there was a meme about Chris Wong, but because he had he once said a curse because he doesn't like to say bad words. But in one video, he said like the F word for the first time. And so we created his alter ego called Curse Wong. And Curse Wong is like an evil version of Chris Wong. Eat the fucking hot dog. So yeah, that's the key, and it was kind of fun to do. This was something I made later because when people saw this, other YouTubers actually asked me. One of them was Comic Movie Marks. They wanted me to do a little piece similar to the one that I made, but they said,
"Okay,
just include us," and they are very just do a little drawing of us. And I asked them, what do you have in mind? And they were just like, no, just me standing, Shane and Matt. Yes, Matt and Shane, I think. They said, yeah, I just drew us together standing. And I was like, okay, I'll do something like that. And at the end, I remember they were big fans of wrestling. So I put them together like this, like in these freaking awesome positions.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane, I'm Matt, and this is the Comic Movie Marks. Yeah, I don't know if you saw them, but they are freaking cool. And then it came this one. Oh, where is it? Nope. 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 Where is it? Where is it? Oh, okay, here it is. And this is the last one before I made the whole piece. This was the one that inspired me. to put together and said, okay, I need to do a whole assemble with all of the fans. These guys are the guys from Reeling Motion. This is Ben Evers. This is Garza, who is, yeah, Garza, for example, is a prick, but I like him because he has some cool opinions sometimes too.
That's dude. That's a great way to put it, man. You know, some people just they state their mind. They state their point of views, and they just do what they do. I want to have Garza on, actually. Like like seriously, like I've talked to John a couple of times, you know, and we've always had a really good conversation. So I would love to have Garza on and talk, because it's been a while since I've actually talked to him. So I'd love.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh, okay, here is weaknesses of Garza: slow internet, because his internet is terrible. Then at least in those days, until we don't cut. Ben's weaknesses: Garza's voice and his wife. And this little guy is another friend of us. And that was freaking awesome. That's what inspired me to say I need to put more people together. And well, what if I show you the rest? This is some stuff that I've been doing recently. For example, this is have you seen?
Yeah.
This is the last one that I made. This one made me so happy because I'm not that big of a fan of Spider-Man, though I like the films. It's so crazy because many years ago I was a big fan of Spider-Man. It's just that the MCU just, I don't know, it's just not for me. But
yeah,
this I seriously like the villains. I love the villains so much. So I put all of them together, and it became my most popular. Yes, it's right now it's my most popular drawing by far.
Really?
Like all of the other drawings in Twitter, at least, they only have like at best 100 likes, 200 likes at best, or just 3. This one had like 3,000.
Wow.
Not joking. So yeah. And the sad part is that this didn't took that much to do. Just 2 days. Well, the Batman versus Batman art, I mean, it took me like a whole week. Others took me like a whole month. But people like what they like. What can I say? I don't know. Okay. How about this one? I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Yo. I mean, how can you say yo in Russian? So I didn't know. So it's like I'll just write it with the Russian letters.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here you go. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the flat colors. You can see a bit of the process of what I do here. I usually do. It's like this. I do a little sketch. After the sketch, I do the markings with the line art with a marker or a pen. And after that, I scan the picture. When I'm doing it traditionally, I don't need to scan it. If I do it digitally, that's kind of dumb. So this is the scan, but I also put the flat colors. And these flat colors are very good because they can help you track the whole pieces of the painting, to add the shadings later. But however, this is also another style that many people like to use. This is because, yeah, sure, this is from a certain perspective, this is incomplete. But this also works as a finished film, as a finished product, because some people do like flat colors too. I mean, old comics, that old comics didn't have shadings and all that. They were flat colors, and they work perfectly. Right?
Yeah, no, man, it looks good, dude. Looks great.
No, I was saying, but because that old comics barely use shadings. They were just... I think, when did they start using shadings in comics? Like in the 2000s? No, well, they had bits of in the 90s.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of evolved, like there were some books that were, and I mean, things have changed over time, as far as like what has become the standard,
Yeah.
where you have that kind of more realistic look, with the shading there and everything, and it just kind of got away from that kind of comic booky look, to being something more
realistic sometimes. Yeah.
But it's amazing though. It's cool though how you have that there. How you have kind of both styles, right? So you've got that kind of more comic booky style, and it's the same picture, but with the shading. When you change that,
oh, let me see. There you go.
Yeah, I mean that's amazing when you change that, just how it adds that depth and that realism almost. And it's the same. I mean, look at Dark Side. I mean, Dark Side takes on a much more menacing, type of look and everything, and just everything has a better look of realism to it. Wow.
Yeah. Well, and for example, this is just my take. I personally don't like to. Well, it's not that I don't like. I don't try. It's just that I don't try to sometimes do very realistic faces. I mean, not fully, because you can see this. For example, this Jason Momoa. He looks a bit cartoony, not totally cartoony, but he's a bit more animated, and I like that. It's just my take, for example, and some people do like it. Yeah, and especially, yes, you take an animated face and then you add the realistic colors. Dang, that's a whole combination I always loved. From something I was inspired by films like Disney. Freaking Disney is what inspired me to do this, because they sometimes will use very nice lighting. I mean, Tarzan, Lion King, those things are inspiring for me, at least in artistic terms. So there you go for something. Oh, this is just a little mark. This is another one that I made. If you can read it, you want.
I got to blow it up here for me.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
This is Bruce. Where's Alfred? He won't be working here for now.
Yeah, and that's because this is actually a teaser that I was making for a project that I had. Want to talk about it?
Oh.
This is actually related to a whole story. I wrote stories related to the DCU. I have a script actually called "The Truth of the Fallen Bird," as in wings, with wings. And
Integrity here asks a question. He says, "I'm older than dirt. Are these hand drawings or are these drawings from a computer program?"
Oh, I do a mix of both. Sometimes I will, for example, that's the one that you're seeing right now. The one with Alfred and Bruce is digital. It's totally digital. I use just a brush in Photoshop. I use Photoshop. There are better, by the way, there are better programs than Photoshop, like Clip Studio. But I stick with Photoshop because I'm an idiot. But yeah, I usually do a mix of both. You can do that too. But for example, in the case of that one, that was totally digital. But for example, I also do practical drawings, like with, as I said, traditional ones. This is one that I made many years ago. This is Aquaman, and this is all traditional.
Okay, let me blow that up here. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it's just, and this is not like professional colors or something like that. This is just normal colors that you can find in a normal store. By the way, that's a misconception many have. Like they think like, oh my god, I need to buy these very expensive colors. And no, you don't need. You just need to work with what you have, and that will be good enough. So don't worry. Just strive towards the light. So yeah. So yeah, that's what it is. It's all about that. Damn it! I want to find because I showed you just a sneak picture. I want to find the version, oh, there it is. There you go. This is the practical, and this was done. Yeah. As you asked it, yes, that was painted digitally, but originally it came from a paper. You can see here each one of them.
So then how does that work then if you like, so if you're sketching that on paper or whatnot, like, so do you then
well, I use an eraser and I clean it up.
Do you scan that in then, or
What do you mean?
Like to be
Yes.
able to, because then you have it in there where you're doing the colors and stuff like that. What are you doing the colors on the computer and like the original sketch like on paper? Are you like is that how you're combining that or?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I scan the picture and I paint it digitally.
Okay.
But sometimes I would like to just draw the, for example, and this one, for example, this one with Alfred is totally digital. There's no yeah, it's totally digital.
Okay, so
yes,
you lied. Indeed, sir, but alas, he lived.
Yeah, actually, there's want to tell you this idea that I had. Do you know that? And it's related with one of your controversial takes. Yes, because I know.
No.
But the Grayson dying is actually something that I was like, I know how to make a good twist about this.
Okay.
So you know that Grayson probably died in an accident. So, however, I always realize maybe Bruce wasn't there. Maybe Bruce wasn't in that same moment when he died. So he was like far away. Maybe he was trapped inside another trap by another villain. Who knows? But the only one that was there when Robin was about to die was Alfred. My idea is that the incident that caused that was inside Wayne's manor. Figure out why. But the idea is that when Joker left Robin and he was almost going to die, Alfred saved him. And because he knew the torture that Dick had to endure, Alfred at that point he's just done with it. He's like, I don't want you to come back. So have you seen Breaking Bad? Alfred, in this case, has tons of contacts, secret contacts that he doesn't tell Bruce Wayne about. That's what I'm writing about. And in my story, Alfred has these contacts that would sometimes even provide from the morgue, from the funerary, bodies. And sometimes they would fit exactly the profile that he wants. And he, by the way, has also duplicates of the dental of the teeth of Bruce Wayne and of his contacts. So he practically set up a fake body with the suit. So to trick the best detective. No one can trick Batman except the one that works with him. And so Alfred tricks Batman to think that Grayson died, and he just tells Grayson when he's going to be carried away, he's like, I'm not going to see you again, but make a better life than us. It's a bit like Kal-El. It's trying to think sometimes about it in a very symbolic way. And that's in my story. That's how Dick Grayson actually survived. The idea is that he is not anymore with Bruce anymore. He's far away. In Blue Haven, I think. And yeah, the idea is that 20 years later, Bruce Wayne actually he's like, this guy was Dick Grayson, dang it. You lied to me, Alfred.
Yeah.
But
that's Alfred. That's Alfred for you.
That's Alfred for you.
No, I mean that would actually make sense, man. That would actually make sense, but I mean,
I feel it could be devastating, but that's my story. Yes, that's.
I like it. Well, I don't know, man. Some would tell you that you should not add to it. That you should just take it the way that it was presented.
Oh my God! You're attacking us.
How dare you question it? How dare you question it, Alessandro? You shouldn't be writing your own fan fiction to try to explain it. You should just accept it. Just accept it.
Yeah, it's true. Some people do act like way. It's true.
Oh man, no, we have fun. We have fun. But man, dude, I know I love this, man. So you have anything else to show us? Like, what else you have here?
Oh well, how much time we have left?
We can take another like 15 minutes or so, and just 10, 15 minutes or whatever you got.
Right. Okay. Let's see if I can show something else. Okay. this I have something that you may like. Okay, but I'm not sure if I'm able to show it properly because this
Okay.
is I already developed it even a lot more. It's the work is it's a work I'm doing. I don't know if you met the guy. He's called Scoot. We build machines, I think he's called, and we are preparing actually a little storyboard
Okay.
about, and it's going to be like a little animatic. It will have some little animation, minimal, but it's about a teaser for a Man of Steel 2 sequel. And it's fan made, totally fan made. But he wrote this script about how a teaser would look like of Man of Steel, and I was like, holy crap, this is freaking awesome. And I'm not going to be able to show it, but I can show you a little of the storyboard at least. And because and also because that's my career.
Yeah.
Why not? Let's show you a bit of the storyboard I did at least until this point. So, oh, there you go. Let's stop showing this. Now let's start showing that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
there we go.
what you're looking at is a bit of the story that we were going to tell. In this case, is thanks to the idea is that we were going to introduce a new bad guy for Superman, one that we've never seen on film. It's not Brainiac, but this guy is clearly hiding his identity for now. He is later revealed to be a very known character. And the idea is that he would create an illusion to trick Superman. And while he's distracted, boom, like a trap is activated and a whole kryptonite a whole kryptonite how do you say it shield is surrounding him, and well, he's trapped. However, Superman instantly poof blasts out of it, and that's when you get the reveal of who's the bad guy. I won't say who it is, but you will figure it out.
Oh, let me look at this.
Yeah.
I gotta blow it up here a little bit.
No problem.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah. So
I like that. I like that. So somebody literally just asked me not too long ago, like, is he a Superman villain? And I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a Superman villain. Like, come on.
So,
heck yeah.
The trick is always to put yourself in the position as if you were watching a movie and not just because it's sometimes we can get, as an artist, I can get carried away to do, oh my god, I want to do these little tricks and weird angles. But sometimes I need to be realistic and say, how would a filmmaker film this? So yes, that's a bit of the idea. I do some close-ups. I try to always play with the angles, and then boom, you got the whole action piece, and they start fighting like hell. So yeah, that's good enough. The ending is secret.
Okay, dude, that's awesome though, man. That I would love to see him in a Superman movie. I would love to see him done right.
If you or any of your friends have an audiovisual project or a short film to do, I can help them. I'm good with storyboards.
Dude, that is awesome.
Is story. Yeah, you can see the whole story there. So yeah, poor Superman. They will going to kick the crap out of him again. But well, I think he's sleeping, guys.
I'm not sleeping. I'm looking at it, dude. This is awesome.
Oh, sorry.
This is awesome, man. I'm looking at this and just thinking, like, I would love to see something like this. I'm looking at the detail because I got to blow it up on my screen, and so like I'm just looking at the detail of what you've got here and who you've got here, and I think that's super cool, bro. I think that's really awesome.
The good thing is when you work with a good writer is that you could exchange ideas quickly, and Scott was very cool. He was like giving me this outlook of what he wanted. I want this character to look like a big threat. I mean, he's usually but not like a real because the character has a very particular pop look. You know, he looks like a metal fan. So I wanted to improve adding these sci-fi details to make him look like, holy crap, this guy's prepared. This is a hunter. So yeah, it's a bit of my take on it. And yeah, this is just how I do. Also, if you notice, I always like to put a lot of effort in where the light's coming from, and you can see, well, the light's coming from the back. And that's something important when you're drawing too. At least when you're painting, knowing where the light source is coming from, and then give you a good perspective of how to do certain scenes. But yeah, okay, that's not the trick for this night. Tonight I'm going to show something. I'm going to do something that was never done before in life. I'm going to draw a whole new piece out of nowhere, and you're going to tell me what do you want me to put in this piece. All right. So I'm going to share now to my screen here in the new space.
All right. Let's ask the chat. What should we have? What should we have Alessandro draw for us?
Yeah. By the way, I remark my words. This is a trick, so probably you're going to be dissatisfied. But don't worry. We are all dissatisfied of life sometimes. It's okay. So here you go. This is the secret drawing of Enos.
Oh boy. So that's cool. So what are you trying to do here? So you have.
So let's do a little sketch first. And don't worry that this is going to get too long, because believe me, this is going to be done like in less than 10 minutes.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So what was that you just had on there?
Oh, this is just your silhouette.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to figure out if you were doing something based on me or what you were.
Let's do something based on you then. That's the first idea, guys. So let's do a portrayal of the Poindexter Lounge right now. So let's going to use Enos right here, or good old Enos. There you go, with his little nose like this. He has some big cheeks, so let's do it like this. There you go. This is Enos, a jolly guy. Doesn't look very good right now, but he also has curls, so that helps.
There you go.
That helps.
There
you go. Oh, but he has a mustache too, right? Well, something like that. He looks like a beard, something like that. Well, what would he be doing? I suppose. Do you want him? I think you tell me that you wanted me to draw you like Superman. I think your eyes are a bit more separated, so let's put him a little bit like here. There you go. So here you go. You have, or let's put you a Superman cape. Let's give you some muscles.
I need those. I definitely need those.
There you go. Would you like a lightsaber too?
Sure. What? Yeah. I mean that combines both of my loves. I love that. That's cool.
There you go. A freaking lightsaber. Doesn't look that good, but believe me, it's going to be done in less than 10 minutes, as I said.
I trust you, bro. I trust you.
So yeah, we have some pants, and who else we are going to add? What is the thing last thing you heard about DC that you don't like at all? That you always complain about, and you say, "Oh my God, stop saying that phrase, dang it." It smells.
About the hierarchy of DC changing.
Yeah, let's include that. What do you think? What do you say?
The hierarchy of DC is about to change.
The hierarchy of DC. Let's include the Rock Johnson here. He's very serious about it. The Rock is cooking and he's angry because Enos is going against the hierarchy. And he's Superman. And you're Superman, so that's even worse. It's like a whole guy, big guy. I am the hierarchy. I am something. Well, who else is going to be here? Brian. What's his name? The guy in 2 Cents of No Sense?
Oh, Johnny?
Johnny. Yeah, let's add Johnny too.
Okay.
Let's add Johnny too. How does he look? Is he bald? He's not bald, right?
Yeah, he's bald. Here, here a second. I can pull him up for you. Hold on just a second here.
That's perfect. We're going to
So
add him. And don't worry, again, as I said, this is going to be done in less than 10 minutes. Literally, it's going to be the color and all in less than 10 minutes. Actually, in less than 6 minutes, it's going to be done with full-on color.
Let me see if I got
somehow.
Do I have a picture of him? I've got this other caricature that they did of us. I'm trying to see.
Oh yeah, the whole your thumbnail when you're showing your ring, your Superman ring.
Yeah.
I like that
I'm
one.
trying to see where. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. I gotta find it. Hold on a second here. I'll find one.
He has some bigger cheeks. Okay, who else we're going to add? Saggy or maybe Jarbo? Jarbo, no, maybe not.
Nah. Let's
stick to our people. Okay, Brian. Let's add Brian.
Let's add Brian. That sounds like fun.
Brian. Does he like Superman?
Brian is a Star Trek guy.
All right. I don't know what power the Star Trek people have, so let's just give him up like that. This is Brian too. There you go, Brian. Flying away. He's bald too, right? Or he has some hair here. No, he has hair. He has hair until this point. Yes. There you go. What else? Oh yeah, of course, your arch nemesis that you probably recognize.
Here's Doomcock. Nice.
Oh, saying his classic phrase. Oh, bueno. Well, there you go. He's being squashed. What else? We have only 2 minutes left to finish this drawing, so let's put more ideas.
Should we put Tiff in there?
Let's put Tiffany then. She's going to be at the top because she's like, haha, you nerds. I love you guys. So let's put Tiffany here. Oh, she has some. Okay, she looks too like She-Hulk. Okay, she has I suppose short hair right now.
No, she's got long hair. Yeah, she's got
all right, then long hair then. All right, she's going to be here. It's going to be. Well, we have only I think like 3. I'm not counting the time that much, but we are like. What else is going to be added to finish this? We can add maybe. Let's add Superman. Let's add Superman right here.
Gotta have him on the team. Gotta have him on the team.
Batman. The Cape Crusader. Now, Inosh, your piece is almost done. Now, we need you to trust me right now and close your eyes. Right? You will need to close your eyes.
Okay.
So.
My eyes are closed.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Open it.
Oh, wow. That's cool, man. Look at that. Dude. That's cool.
You need to pay the rest, but well, that's it.
That is cool. Let me make this bigger so I can look at it. That is awesome, man. That is fantastic. Look at there. You even had Tiff like all ready to go. That was awesome, man. I love that you got the power sword back there, the He-Man power sword. That's fantastic. Oh, wow. The hierarchy of oh, that's awesome.
It's about to change. I put saggy melons.
Oh, that's fine. There's Saggy holding on. That's what Saggy does. She's latched on to all of us. Dude, that is awesome. That is awesome. That is so fun, man.
Oh, here's some.
What a day to be alive. That's awesome, dude.
That's the.
Oh, yeah, there's Clovey down there. That's dude, that is so cool. That is so cool.
And of course, our really big amigo here.
Yeah.
Doomcock.
That is so cool. That is awesome, man. That's so cool that like you're almost psychic, man. or you got away with pushing us in that direction, huh?
It was a trick.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome, dude. That is fantastic. That looks great, man.
Yeah, I wanted to actually finish the whole thing at that same moment, but I was like, dang it, I'm against. It's a whole change, a whole race against time. But it still was freaking awesome to do it. Seriously, it's fun. It's because you have tons of characters. Your channel has a ton of personality, so that it helped. You helped to finish this piece.
Yeah, you know what? You're right, man. There are so many people who are a part of this channel, and really make it, make it special.
Hell yeah. I still don't know what the hell I'm going to do with Brian. Originally, I wanted him to include like having like Cyclops vision, something like that.
Oh, okay.
But that was too much. I was nah. He's not. Maybe he's not a fan of the X-Men. But apart from that, yeah, it was very fun to do. I also include Ray Fisher, of course, here.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah.
awesome. That is awesome, man. I love the power sword up there, dude. That's fantastic. That's just
that had to be there.
Dude, this so encapsulates like so much about our channel too. That's just wow. It's so cool, man.
What a day to be alive.
I know, right? All right, dude. The Clovey clips, man, have just become a
if you want, you can use them. It would be cool. I want to see here.
Yeah, exactly right. Where is it? Let's see. I gotta find where is it? Oh geez, trying to remember. See, do I still have it?
It's all lost. It's all lost.
Where hold on a second. I gotta find. Is it the John Cena one? John Cena! I love this song! What a time to be alive!
You go.
So I had to think of which clip it was in. I got all these Cloverfield clips, and I keep saying I'm going to make more, and I just keep forgetting to like sit down and actually make a bunch based on like different stuff because it's a great clip. It really is a great clip.
It's true. Chloe once has his personality too in the Poindexter launcher. So yeah.
That's awesome. Why did you say that? Oh, and then of course there's the classic that everyone loves, and I doubt he's still watching, but just in case, Nicotina's mom. Oh yeah, Nicotina's mom. That's where it started.
You mother.
That's where it all started.
So yeah, I was saying, Saggy, there you go. You are here with some big buggy eyes. So yeah, I'm going to finish this piece for later, and I will send it to you, Inush, so you could upload it. Or maybe if you want, I could upload it too. But that's however you want. By the way, here's something. Is it true that Darth Vader originally had red eyes?
Yeah. In A New Hope, if you look at the helmet, he has red eyes. Yep, he absolutely has red eyes. Yeah, it's one of those things that a lot of people don't catch. Right off the bat here, I'll.
Maybe that's why the next movies didn't. I think not even the people that did the movie catch that.
Yeah, because they did change it. They did tweak it. But here, let me show you. Like, yeah, it's one of those subtle things because like anytime they show light, kind of. Here, I'll bring this back up just a second here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me share this because anytime they show light like going through the you know
Oh,
the eyes,
that's
you can
interesting.
you can see that they're tinted red, and then that's why like like you notice like in the movie like when they show him looking out, in Revenge of the Sith, and it's like the red digital display and everything, that's where that's from. But yeah, it was like
Oh wow.
a darkly tinted, like you can see here, like especially when he first put the helmet on, when they first put the helmet on him and he was looking through the holes. Yeah, you can see the red tint. Uh, but it's
Oh my,
definitely it's
that's
definitely
true.
it's definitely one of those things that you have to.
It was
Uh,
more curiously. I love that it was quite noticeable in the last season of Clone Wars.
mhm.
Yeah, you can also see they are more red.
Yeah, yep. That original suit was definitely like that. Yeah.
That's a thing of dreams. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay. So he has red eyes now,
Nice.
and they're going to be very noticeable. So yeah, I think is for time. I think you got some stuff to do. So
Dude, that
no,
is
it's
so cool.
always sweet to have you here. Damn it, sweet to have me here. Thanks for inviting me.
It's great to have you here. Alessandro, dude, thank you for spending some time with us, man, and just talking to us about your passions, your loves, man. Like I said, it's good to get to know you and get to know more about you, and to talk to positive people who are not just in the Snyder fandom, but just people that we've gotten to know over this this last year or so, that we've all you know gotten to know each other, and met each other. I think it's really great to be able to see your talents and see what you do and what makes you tick and the things that you like, and I think it brings us together for that. Now, Dork Knight here brings up a good point, and I think that I saw that you do this. You do take
Mhm.
commission pieces, correct?
I'm taking commissions. I will. Okay, I have a chart. Mind if I show it?
Yeah,
It's a
go ahead.
chart.
Go ahead.
It's
Yeah.
a chart of prices. But I wasn't going to show it because then I will look like a sellout. But what the
No,
hell am I
dude.
thinking?
No, you know what, man? You know what? There
I'm
ain't
going
nothing
to
wrong
be a
with that.
sellout for
I
now.
do. You know what? So many times people are like, "Oh, they're a sellout," or they're going for clout, or whatever. It's like it cracks me up anytime, even that I hear somebody talking about like that a YouTuber did that for clicks and views. Well, they're on YouTube. What are they supposed to do it for? I mean, I get the connotation when you're just when you're
Oh, okay,
putting out
okay. No,
lies
they
or
have
something like
the
that.
good
But
point here. It is. It's true that money cannot be the only reason you do the work that you do. That's true. It
absolutely,
cannot be the
absolutely.
only reason. But sometimes you can use some money because that helps, and people can show that if they do appreciate it, they could maybe show something. They could sacrifice a piece of them to say, I want you to keep doing this work. Again, if they want, everyone's free to choose whatever you want. Again, it's a free market. So yeah. Oh, okay. I'll show my little thing. Oh, and yeah, here a last look to the picture before I send it to you once it's finished.
So cool, man. Thank you so much, man. That's really cool. I can't wait to show it to everybody who's on there, and that's gonna be fun, man.
Yep. Okay, so let me see. I'll stop sharing this little thing. This little guy sharing. Oh, okay, okay.
While you're pulling that up, integrity. So I can make you a moderator. I don't think it'll do any good for the other stuff though. There's no like section that I know of anyways that like I can put you in that will make
See,
sure like there's
impressive.
not like an approved uh thing, because I don't have you on any like unapproved user list. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, but I can make you a moderator, dude. You're around here enough, man. I can make you a moderator. I just there's not like an approved list. Everybody's approved, Like the only way you don't get approved is if I ban you. And
All
so
right.
even people in the chat, you can't do that. So
Oh
while
yes.
we're
how does that moderator work? So why is he asking that? He wants to be a moderator?
Well, he's so Integrity has had a few times where he's tried to send me messages. He's also tried to leave a comment, and for some reason, some of the things he says gets ghosted. Now, I will say this, and that's what he says. I don't see those things, so I don't know what has happened. He's asked me about it a few times. I will say this: there are a couple of keywords that if you use those, it won't post. That might be it. I mean, it depends upon what you're saying, but really the only things that I have as like keywords are the only thing that are keywords are like, derogatory things. It says you can put me on approval user list. All nerd encouragement comments this week are blocked. Sorry to bring up here, but I literally can't anywhere else. I mean, you can always message me on social media and we could talk about it. I don't know what that is. The nerd encouragement videos are a little different because I don't do them with the broadcaster. The nerd encouragement ones I just do from my phone in my car. So like I can't even bring up really. He says I literally commented hello and it's banned. Does it tell you that it's banned or does it just not show up? Because I haven't seen anything on my end, bro. And like when and doing this show, obviously you're here. Like when I'm here at home and I'm doing this. So like, I wonder if it has something to do with like how I'm broadcasting, maybe like on my phone. I don't know why it would. I don't know, man. I don't know. And I don't know. I'd have to go back to my thing, but I don't remember there being like an approved thing. I check on devices. I'm logged out. No, I don't know, man. We could talk about it though, dude. We could talk about it, like because I don't want anybody being banned. Like I've even said, many times, Alessandro.
Yeah,
that,
I think
like even when people, as long as people aren't coming in and like harassing anybody, and I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying like like I don't ban anybody. Like I've even had to tell moderators, hey, chill. Don't worry about this or that. Don't ban anybody or even silence anybody. I've had to quiet a couple people this week because people have been very, very serious about Spider-Man, Alessandro.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Twitter is crazy right now. I think I'm more best in Twitter. By the way, for people on Twitter, a good recommendation is just mute people. You don't need to block them. Just mute people and mute words. And if you like to block them, good, block them. But don't have a grudge against people. Just that. Okay, I'll share my screen. Oh my god, yes. It doesn't mind if I share because okay.
What you gotta do, bro?
I'm going to feel a bit bad if I don't talk about these guys. Okay, so these guys are my bros. They are my friends, my other artist friends, and I love them so much. This is Flower Puck, and he does awesome job. He does a lot of. And by the way, these are the people that work with me in Zack Snyder's Justice League art. For example, this is a guy from India. His name is Lau Jarp or Pragwal. I don't remember how you pronounce that. But as you can see, he has. Dang it, stupid computer! Why you stop working right now? Well, okay, this is not good. This is not charging. And this is another man, a good friend of mine, called Nuevo Artist. Okay, this is a piece that we did together. There you go. This was a collaboration that we did. It was putting all of our art styles together. Oh my god, don't tell me I'm just showing. Yes, I knew it. I was just showing one.
You're showing the wrong screen?
Yep.
You got to make sure to pick the right one.
Okay. Am I showing the drawing?
Hold on a second. Let me. I was in full screen mode. Here, let me go back here. Yes, you're showing the drawing now. Yeah.
All right. This is a piece that I made with some of my friends, other artist friends. Nuevo Artist, Tony Neva, the guy who made Aquaman, And Subbatsi from Italy. Subbatsi also made a lot of content related to the Snyder Cut, and they all make great art. These are my bros, and we made this together.
That's awesome.
They're all waiting in the tomb of Superman's tomb. Okay, here you go. My artist. He's from India too. There are many great artists in India, by the way. And this is another one. This is Lord Pragwal. He's very cool too, and he made this freaking awesome art of Zeus fighting Darkseid. So yeah. Oh well. Yeah. And to finish, I will show my and also Tony Neva. That he's also a freaking great guy too. He feels sometimes a bit mindful because but he does freaking good art too.
Wow.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Wow.
Tony Neva, look for him. The guy really puts a lot of effort in his craft.
That's awesome.
There you go. Let's show some of this. And right now, I think he says, "I love confidence in drawing today," but here you go. This is how he works. That's how great pieces start. And I think my words for him: just keep doing, mate. You are freaking awesome. Keep the spirit on. So yeah, this is some of the pieces that he also made, like Tony Neva. Again, there are tons of great guys around. If you go, it's simple. If you go to that drawing that I made, just look for it, and you will find many people tagged in that picture. But well, I'll show now my commission chart before.
Let's show that, because if somebody if somebody wants to hire you, and
Okay, I'm sharing it, but I'm still here.
Oh, whoops, sorry.
There you go. Still, some people tell me that this Wonder Woman looks like Luisa from Encanto, because she's, I don't know, I just maybe it's because the way I like my taste in women, I like chunky women, but yeah, maybe it's because of my girlfriend. My girlfriend shaped my taste. And yeah, the idea is that this is I work.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There you go.
So I charge for commission. These prices don't include elaborated backgrounds. If you want elaborated backgrounds, we can talk about it, and you can give me ideas, and we can add a bit of the price on that. I usually I work for a bit cheap. So for now, I'm doing sketches at $8, a line art that is fully finished at $12. Then with flat colors like this, because flat colors can also have little shading. It's not shadings, but shadows too. All flat, $18 for a full character. And if you want effects and all those little itty bitty stuff, then well, $25. Now, if you want this level of style, but maybe you don't have enough money and you want even more characters, don't worry, we can talk about it and discuss. Maybe there's a way to find a way, because sometimes there are pieces that are simpler. It's just that the guy the client is not describing well what does he want, so that is more difficult for me. But as long as the client is nice enough to describe what does he need, that's perfect.
Absolutely.
Also, I don't do porn.
Okay.
I don't. Please don't ask for it.
So no cyborg genitals then.
No, Jeff Jones.
No, Jeff Johns. No Jeff Johns requests. Okay, we get it. All right, that's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, you
storyboards, short films. That's awesome, man.
Oh yeah. By the way, I also do storyboard for short films. By the way, this is one that I didn't show you. This is one with, you can see Chris Wong, Meg. This here you can see Meg.
Absolutely.
Dave and Ben Everts.
Yeah.
there are more people around, but it was. This is one of my original characters, and you can see here the classic cyborg piece that I made.
Yeah.
You can DM me at MASKOFSHY. More arc. Yeah, for more characters. If you want more characters, if you don't want just one, remember you can, or you can always we can always negotiate. So it's cool.
That's fantastic.
Just
So you guys
DM me.
go check out MASKOFSHY. Again, let's see if it's still saved here. Yep, here is his YouTube channel. Go check out his YouTube channel and some of the other things he's got going on. You can find him at MASKOFSHY on Twitter. And is that just on Twitter, or is that pretty much everywhere?
I'm on Twitter, and also I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay. Here's my Instagram. I have it right here. There you go. Really?
So that MASKOFSHY, pretty much. So, whoops.
Yeah, sorry.
No, that's all right. Wait till you get it up there. But yeah.
Yeah.
So
you
go
can find you can find me as Ale Candiotti. Just Google that, and you can find my Instagram account. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah,
what the hell? I'll just throw from here.
It's all right. It's all right. You guys go follow him on Instagram. Go follow him on Twitter, and yeah, hire the dude to do some stuff for you, man. Like this is the dude has some quality stuff, man, and you know it's been enough for me to take notice of over time, and want to share him with all of you because Alessandro just does. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. Love the Superman stuff. That's
yeah,
fantastic.
that was for the comic movie. That was thumbnail for a video in YouTube. Also, for the comic movie marks, this one was a classic one too. For
that's cool.
Christmas.
Wow.
What else? Oh, my girlfriend.
Nice.
Pokemon stuff. Yes, I also drew Pokemon, but I prefer Digimon because Digimon is better than Pokemon. But I want to get cancelled. Bruce Lee and other stuff. Oh yeah, and just because YOLO, because it's already finishing this little good time that we had. There you go.
Oh, that's cool.
That's me and my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
That's a friend of mine, and this is another one of my mates.
Does she like it when you draw pictures of her?
That's how I met her.
Really?
I didn't tell you. Damn it! We run out of time. Damn it! But in simple words, I'll tell you this. It was. I remember the time, the hour, at the day, and the month. It was January 3 of 2018 at 11 o'clock p.m. It was at night. I went to a random bus looking to go back to my home, and I find this, and a girl with long black hair came to the bus. She sat on the side of the window, and she looked cool. I was like, holy crap, these guys look like gangsters, so I better sit next to her. She was sleeping, so I had the bad. I like to always draw, as I tell you, I like to always draw in the bus.
Mm-hmm.
So I drew her. I have it right here.
That's very romantic, man. That's how you get a girl right there. Heck yeah.
She then told me, I was looking at you actually. You look creepy, but actually, yes, you look creepy, but there was something in you, something weird when you that. And actually, when because the first time she awake, she was like, I instantly hide the drawing. Was like, what the hell? No, she cannot see this.
Mm-hmm.
I let her show it to her, and in that same time, and we start talking. Yeah. Then I arrived to my bus stop,
mm-hmm.
and I was like, I won't be able to see this girl again. So I just shared her. Well, my name is Alessandro. Take her. I gave her the little paper. I came out of the bus. I went to my home. I was like, it was midnight already. I died in my bed, and in the middle of the night, like bzz, this started shining, and I was like, who is? I have received a notification of someone, of a person called Hollow someone. Who's that person? And she actually remembered my name and the name of my username, my Instagram username, and she published it.
Aww.
And that's where it all started. And now we've been 3 years together.
Wow.
Or yeah, yes.
That's awesome, man.
So
That is
that's
awesome.
That's a good
Alessandro.
way to end.
That's a great way to end. That's a feel-good story right there, man. That's fantastic, dude. That's awesome, man. Congratulations, man. I'm glad that you're living your best life, bro. And thank you
Life
so
is a struggle, man. It's
Well-
still a struggle, then believe me. But it's a good struggle.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Alessandro, for coming on and sharing your talents with us, sharing your insights into things with us, man, and just telling us some stories about who you are and how you do the things you do and why you do the things you do. That's just, dude, it's been enlightening. I've enjoyed talking to you. I've enjoyed listening to you and learning more about you. And now I feel like when I see you, in the chat and everything, and you're here, or we talk on private message or even on Twitter like that, like I feel I know you a whole lot better now and have a little bit more insight into you, man. So thank you so much for being here, bro.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
appreciate it. We'll have to have you back again and have you on some different things with us. But thank you, man. Thank you for the picture. Thank you for just being you, bro. And just being encouraging and being a good voice in not just the Snyder fandom or whatever, but just being a good voice, man, being a good guy and being encouraging and like you said, not just being positive, but being real and honest. And I really I appreciate that. I know you and I have even had a couple of conversations where you're like, yeah, but Enosh, think about this. And I appreciate that because I think it's good when we get good feedback from good feedback from people that we can take and apply it to our lives and
He's lying. You actually had a big fight. Like it was a freaking big fight.
It was. I told him I was going to end him. No.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, hey,
I'm going to
thanks for
end you,
sticking
kids.
around. Thanks for sticking around, dude. We did 3 hours, man. That's awesome, dude. We did 3 hours, and we got a drawing. We got to see all your work. No, dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Like I wondered. I had no idea how long we were going to go for. Whatever. But I tell you what, man, I am so glad that we had this time together. So, guys. Go support Alessandro. Look him up, get him to make something for you. All right.
Yeah.
Do a commission. All right. You know what? Guys, maybe have Alessandro draw something for your lady and maybe you'll get that text in the middle of the night or something, who knows. But hey, let's keep it real, right? So guys, thanks so much for joining with us tonight. As I always say, don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter, and don't tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter, but seek to have good conversations just like this, because there are good people out there. Yeah, there's always the buttholes. There's always the people who are annoying and get on your nerves and that you don't get along with.
Alessandros. There's always the Enoshes.
Yeah, you're not going to get along with everybody. That's just a fact of life, right? You're not going to see eye to eye with everybody. But if you seek to have good conversations, you know what? More than not, you're going to meet some great people along the way. And if you don't do that, then you're going to miss out on possibly some really good things in your life. So anyways, I just encourage you all to do that and treat everybody with respect. And if you do that, there'll always be a place for you all here in the Poindexter Lounge. Until next time, stay nerdy, treat each other good, and thank you, MASKOFSHY. Till next time, bye-bye.